Hit it. Okay. Ho, 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 it's Christmas Eve, everybody! Merry Christmas! Wow! Hope we have a fantastic day so far. Well, I will be enjoying day one of our Game Show Network's 25th anniversary spectacular. Night two is all about crime games with classic episodes of Match Game, Family Feud, Password. I've got a secret. To tell the truth, what's my line? And excuse my language, the newlywed game and the dating game. Wow! Let's hit that sway ride going because we got them coming up next. Oh, it's going to be an all-play, all-day scravadanza.
Tis the season, watch out, look around, something's coming, coming to town, coming to your town. Always coming to your something magic in the night. Can you see it shining bright? Shining bright. Holiday refreshments, one we drink. Tis the season, it's always a real thing. Holidays are coming, holidays are coming, holidays are coming. Always good to go. Watch out, look around, 'cause we're coming.
Nutty,
Charles Nelson Riley,
kooky,
Charles Nelson Riley,
watch him
Charles Nelson Riley,
every day on Match Game, smoking,
Charles Nelson Riley,
joking,
Charles Nelson Riley,
smiling,
Charles Nelson Riley,
styling.
Charles Nelson Riley.
Charles Nelson Riley, he's on Game Show Network. Yeah.
I have other offers, and it's renewal time.
Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, Loretta Switz, Richard Dawson, and Betty White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 76. And now, here's the star of Match Game 76, Gene Rivers.
We must stop meeting like this. Thank you for joining us. You're going to have a good time because the lunatics are
Can I just
loose.
show you what she's doing now?
What is she
Don't
doing?
show the brand, we'll get in trouble. Show how a sick woman pours club soda. With the cap on. Just look at that so they let the nation see what I'm living with.
First he tried to open it, then he tried to open it.
They're not strong
Take
like
it
that.
Now let's watch. There should be music under this, strongman music.
Okay, Bria and Larry, are you ready?
Yeah.
She's done very well. How much money have you won? $700, right?
Right.
$700. You didn't even remember that you won $700?
I knew I won some money.
You did.
That's enough.
Now, she won 2 games, and she's going to do the second half of the Big Money Super Match in a moment or so, and we wish her the best of luck in that, and we'll do that right after we do this. Now, ready? We polled the recent studio audience, Bria, and we got their best response to this. Blank pads, P-A-D-S.
Oh.
Remember, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it, $250 for the second most popular response, then $100 if you hook up with their third most popular answer. Let's see what help we'll get from our celebrities here.
Betty?
Launch pads.
Launch pads, okay?
Brett.
Knee pads.
Knee pads.
But I wear constantly when I'm scrubbing floors.
Sure you do.
And George.
Elbow pads.
Elbow pads. So you got elbow pads, knee pads, and launch pads. Now, you can reject all three of those and give us a peachy answer of your own if you want to. Or you can choose one of those. What would you like to do? It's up to you. Anything you say. What?
Oh, knee pads.
Knee pads.
I know, but
What do you think is a better answer? What?
What?
Corn pads.
What?
Corn
What?
pads.
corn pads?
Note pads. Yeah, scratch pads.
Deodorant.
All right, Brian, you've chosen knee pads. Let's see if it's up there, and if so, where? May we see the $100 number? Lily pad. Was that kind of bunch, eh? Well, the flower lovers were in that day. May we see the $250 number? Knee pads it is. Congratulations to you. You got another $250. High up to $950. And it'll be kind of weird if the audience is right, isn't it? Shoulder pads. Oh, hot pads. Boy, there are a lot of good ones here. Okay, Earl, slide it. Shoulder. They were right. By Jove, they were right. I never even thought of that one, did you? Okay. Smart audience out here today. They had it right from the...
We'll sit down there.
Oh, yeah. You want to come up here? We'll sit down there. You do the show there. Okay. Now, you got $250. You play for 10 times that amount, or $2,500. And you have to choose one celebrity now and make an attempt to match that individual exactly.
Betty.
Okay, Betty. Here we go.
It has not been the
That's all
great.
right, kid. I got faith in you.
Oh,
What?
bless your heart,
You
Bryn.
got faith in her?
I got faith
Let's
in her.
get it together, girls.
All right. Stand on the adhesive tape there, on the shoulder pads that we got on the floor there. Here it is, worth $2,500, and it goes as follows. Venus blank. V-E-N-U-S blank. Venus blank. All right, Brian, Betty's made up her mind. We ask you to give us a response which you think will match hers. Get your ESP flowing to her and tell us what she wrote on the card. Venus
Milo?
Venus de Milo. You say it with a question mark in your
Because
voice.
I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it.
Venus de Milo is correct. Well done. She says Venus de Milo will match you for $2,500. What do you say to that?
I'm so hung up in the space thing with the launch pads.
Oh,
and the
Venus.
planet Venus and everything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said Venus de Milo.
Talk about your piercing scream. That was a piercing scream. You got $3,450. We congratulate you, and we're very happy for you. And Brian, you're going to need another player right now, and if you've got it together, we'll bring on Kay Henry. Kay Henry. Hello there. All right. Kay, you know Brian. Now, Kay, we welcome you and ask you to tell us the Kay Henry story.
Okay, I'm a homemaker and I have 3 beautiful children, Kristen, Jason, and a brand new little bicentennial baby, Ryan Patrick.
Okay. Congratulations on all of those activities. And the best of luck to you here. Now, Kay, we'll ask you in a moment or so to make a selection, but right now we got to do a little business with America. We'll come right back to you. Hurry back. We got a new game going here. Everybody will play.
Wow, man.
King Arthur said.
Oh, I love King
He
Arthur.
said. He talked a little funny. He said.
Yes.
He said, I don't like that Arabian sheik. King Arthur said that.
Yes.
He said, I don't like that Arabian sheik. He moved into the castle next door and turned it into a used blank lot. I don't like that Arabian sheik, or sheikh, as they used to say in those days.
Chic.
Terrific. You got it.
Do you know, I thought you said Gene Arthur?
No, King Arthur. Moved into the castle next door.
No, I understand it. Now that I know it's what it is, I understand.
You got it.
good. It's adorable.
Isn't it adorable? What are you doing down there, you dirty lady? Get out there.
I was trying to tie
For my
Oh,
head.
aren't you sweet? Thank you very much. My shoes untied. All right, ready? Here we go.
Okay.
All right, Kay Henry. King Arthur said, I don't like that Arabian sheik. He moved into the castle next door and turned it into a used blank lot.
Camel.
Camelot. She said he turned it into a used Camelot.
Camelot.
Camelot. Yeah. Sing a little song, George. Camelot.
This may come as a shock to the world. Camelot.
Oh, you are improving. Your cold is getting better.
Yes.
What do you say, Charles?
Lotte Camel.
Camelot. Kay Henry, you've matched 3 of the celebrities in the upper tier, all of them, in fact. And now we come to Loretta Swift.
Whose head is somewhere else. I thought it was a harem lot.
A harem lot. Turned into a used harem lot.
More fun.
Interesting idea, huh? What do you say to that?
I say Camelot.
Camelot. What do you say to this?
The rain may never fall till after sundown.
Yes, there's a song.
And the morning fog is gone.
Betty, well done. That's 5 for you. Brian, let's see how you do with yours. Hey, did you see the new book at the bookstore? Let me tell you about it. It's the thinnest book ever written. It's called The Collected Wisdom of Blank. The Collected
What is
Wisdom.
it? Let me say.
It's the thinnest book ever written.
Thinnest book.
Yes, and it just came out.
I got it, buddy.
Okay, they're just about ready. I'll stroll over here to Brian Larry. Brian Brannigan Larry.
Bannigan.
Bannigan. B-A-N-N-I-G-A-N. Oh, they're finished. No, not finished. You finished, Brett?
Yes, Tom.
Okay. A new book at the bookstore. It's the thinnest book ever written. It's called The Collected Wisdom of...
Brett.
Brett?
I know.
A rather hostile thought directed at you. What do you say to that?
No.
No. Not Brett, right?
No.
No.
Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell. A good one. The Collected Wisdom of...
I'm going to get you. Betty White, Alan Ludden's wife.
Yeah. They're married, you know. Hello, Charles.
The Collected Wisdom of Brett. You see, let me explain.
Tell me.
Like adorable things like when she tries to pour the club soda through the cap still on the bottle is called a Brettism. They're adorable.
Yes, they are adorable.
She's a sick woman.
But you're okay, Charles. Everyone's out of step but me. Loretta, what do you say to this? The thinnest book ever written
I just
called...
try to think of the dumbest person I know, and I said Mortimer Snurd.
Mortimer Snurd. He wasn't too bright.
Yes.
Okay, Richard.
I didn't say Brett.
You didn't say Brett.
I said the lady behind me. Very good.
Now, Betty, we're looking for...
Could have worked either way. He could have been sitting this way, too, you see. He'd be...
Oh, yes. He goes both ways.
One for Jean.
Now, Miss Betty
Just
White is on.
because Brett
Folks,
is like
pay attention
that.
to Miss Betty White.
I'm going to turn the other cheek. I simply said Brett Summers.
All right. So the score now is 5-3. And we go to round 2. 5-3 in favor of Kay Henry, who now has her choice of A or B.
I'll take A again.
A again. Now, let's see. It's just one person. Who is it? Oh, hello there.
pressure.
You remember me, don't you?
Yes, the one with the girdle.
Right. That's right. Stephanie said, I'm taking classes at Bernie's School of Burlesque. It's wonderful. Whenever I do good, Bernie puts a gold star on my blank. Okay. Cut. All Okay, you ready? Stephanie said, I'm taking classes at Bernie's School of Burlesque, and it's wonderful. Whenever I do good, Bernie puts a gold star on my blank.
Rear end.
Rear end. All right. I suppose there were two ways to go here, the upper extremity or the lower extremity. Did you choose either or neither?
I said G-string.
G-string. That does not match her answer. She said rear end. So, we've got to stop right here now before we give you your second round question. You've got a match 2 to tie and 3 to win. Right now, we've got to do a little business with America. 2 to tie, 3 to win. All right, here we go. George and Brett play, and Loretta plays. Fred said, boy, was that airline rotten. At dinner time, the passengers in first class got egg drop soup, while the passengers in coach got blank drop soup. That's a rotten airline. Yes, of course. A rotten airline. At dinner time, the passengers in first class got egg drop soup. The passengers in coach got blank drop soup.
I love that name. Isn't that a wonderful name, Brian?
Brian, yes.
Yeah, it's a lovely
It's spelled B-R-I-A-N-N-E. Here you go. Fred said that, a rotten airline. You got it, okay. Okay, Brian. Was that airline rotten? At dinner time, the passengers in first class got egg drop soup, while the passengers in coach got blank drop soup.
Bird.
Bird drop. You want one from column A? Oh, bird drop soup. That's very good. That's one for her. Score now 5-4. What do you say?
I say she sings like a babe.
A bird drop soup. We got a tie score now. So you've achieved the tie. You get one more match here with Loretta Swit, and you win another game. Show and tell time.
I said bird's nest.
Bird's nest.
No.
Bird's nest.
Yeah!
All right, that wins the game. Come on down. Congratulations. So you hang around there for a minute or so while we say goodbye to Kay Henry. We'll be sending you some gifts, Kay Henry, and it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Goodbye, Kay Henry. Thank you. Now, Brian, here we go again. There it is. We polled a recent studio audience, remember? We got their best response to this. Blank beaver. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. $250 for the middle one, remember, and $100 for the bottom one. You've been here before. You know how it goes. Choose your celebrities.
Loretta, please.
Eager.
Eager beaver. There's one.
Richard.
A favorite show, Leave It to Beaver.
Leave it to Beaver. That's good.
And Charles.
I chose Gene, Busy as a.
Busy as a beaver. Eager beaver. And Leave it to Beaver. Those are the three. You want one of those, or have you got one of your own?
Leave it to Beaver.
Leave it to Beaver. Okay, it's the one that Richard gave you. We'll find out if it's up there and if so, where. Let's begin down at the bottom, Brian, and reveal the $100 response. Busy Beaver. Well, we kind of had that from one of the celebrities. Let's see if we get Leave it to Beaver under the $250 number. Eager Beaver. This looks pretty good. I think it's going to be up there. Don't you think it's going to be up there? Yeah. All right, Earl, show and tell. Yes, sirree. Congratulations. Now you're over $4,000. And you're going to play for 10 times the amount, or $5,000. But remember what you have to do to get the money. You got to match one celebrity.
Brett, please.
Brett. Brett, you are no longer sick.
Right, I'm a well woman.
You're a well woman. Okay, here we go with Brett for $5,000. All right. Get your ESP going over to Brett now. Blank Park. Blank Park. P-A-R-K.
There's so much. I don't know. I can't ask where she's from, can I?
No, you can't. Just write an answer. Get your ESP going over to her. She's got it flowing over to you now. Come up with the same answer. Now she's finally finished, Brian. All right, there it is. Blank Park. What answer do you want to give us you think will match hers and collect the $5,000?
Central.
Central Park. Well, Brian, I agree with you. I ran through every one of them in my mind, and I said, well, that's the most famous park in the world, and if I were playing, I'd write it, and I hope you wrote it so she gets some
If
money.
I'd only known that she was from the East, I would have said Central Park.
Ah, you said it, you rascal. Well, good for you. Now you got $9,050. How about that?
That's pretty darn good.
That's very good. Congratulations to you, Brim. You've really got a lot of loot here now, and you're going to meet another player, so let's welcome Carrie Shore. Hi, Carrie. As soon as it stops, Brim. Carrie, we'll welcome you and ask you to tell us the Carrie Shore story.
Okay, I'm originally from New York, now living in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I'm married. I have a lovely wife, Kathy. And I play soccer, ski, and play beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball?
Yeah.
Where do you ski mostly?
In California, up north, Mammoth.
I see, yeah. All right. And would you have said Central Park, as she said? Were you playing it in your mind back there?
I probably would have.
Central Park?
Yeah.
Being from the East, I guess you would. But she's not. Where are you from originally?
Providence, Rhode Island.
Providence, Rhode Island, but not New York City. You did say Central Park. Well, good for you. Now we found out about Carrie Shore. We can't start the game at this instant. We've got to do something else, and this is it.
How you show up for the world, that's what's real. What's your idea? I put it out there with the GoDaddy website.
Well, listen, we've got just about a minute. It's not quite enough time to do a question, so we're going to ask you to hold everything until we get together next time. Look forward to seeing you then, all right?
Okay.
You were dandy. You've done it again. Don't forget to watch for Loretta Swit on MASH. No, the Blue Night, yes. Or are you on the Blue Night? You're on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yeah.
He's on the Blue Night. She's on MASH, and they're all wonderful.
And you can buy the Belle of Amherst in recording or in your bookstore.
No kidding.
Yes, it's published.
That's good news. She did the whole thing?
The whole play.
On 2 LPs.
With Brooks Atkinson's comments, which are wonderful.
How marvelous.
It is true.
Well, we sell it on Family Feud.
I was going to say, if you bought it, you would save having a Family Feud, is what I was going to say.
Say goodbye, Grace.
Goodbye, Gracie. Join us next time for Match Game 76. Gene Rayburn here. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 76, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of the CBS stations.
Dollar values are doubled. Name something made of leather.
A purse.
You're going to be slightly embarrassed when I finish this question. Name something made of leather that a cowboy uses. So, Gene, didn't we see that cowboy roadside saddle?
Family Feud, weeknights, 7:40-ish Eastern on Game Show Network.
You're watching Game Show Network, where Now You See It is next with Jack Nard, followed by Child's Play and The Match Game. You're watching Game Show Network.
It's time for the Family Feud, introducing the Sauer family. Dan, Betty, Louise, Leslie, and John, ready for action. And the Brown family. Rhoda, Bob, Kathy, Margaret, and Jackie. On your mark. Let's start the Family Feud. With the star of Family Feud, Richard
Thank you. There's $10,000 to give away, and these rascals, the stars, would like it. Right in. How you doing, Richard? Good. 39 Alive, Channel K, CST. They send us lots and lots of good families out of San Diego. We're delighted you're here.
We're good people down in San Diego.
You are indeed. A couple of exceptions. Let me meet everybody first.
Richard, this is my brand new beautiful wife, Betty.
How long?
4 months yesterday.
Hi, Richard.
How you doing, my darling?
Great.
What are you doing here?
Oh, spending time with my husband and want to win some money.
Should be at home cuddling. Carry on.
And this is my beautiful Aunt Louise.
Nice to see
Hello,
you,
Richard.
darling Louise. Welcome.
Native here in San Diego. This is my sister-in-law, Leslie,
Hello, Richard.
and her husband, my brother, John.
Handsome John, we call him. Good to have you here. John, get a lollipop there, can't you? Win $100 to start with. Don't worry. Guaranteed to be lucky. Yeah, oh, it's a goodie. What do you got here, young
Richard,
man?
I just got a new promotion at where I work. I'm now district manager at National Wholesale in San Diego, and I'm over a luggage division. I wanted to bring you one of our bags, and...
Oh, this is neat. I think I might just wear this throughout the show. Doesn't make me look too show busy.
Makes it look athletic.
Good, thank you, honey.
We're athletic
Thank you.
supporters.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Maybe I better put this over here with Gene, huh? Newlyweds, I guess. 4 months you've been married, huh? You're still blushing, see? Well, these rascals, I don't think we brought them in, but I got a little rumor that they came Cape Cod?
Cape Cod.
Oh, my Lord. Brown's right here. How you doing, darling?
Fine, Richard.
Welcome. Were you on vacation? Is that how you...
Yes, we came to visit my daughter in Santa Monica.
And then tried out for the show, and
Yes,
here
we
you
did.
are. All right. Let's meet everybody.
This is my nephew, Bob. My daughter, Kathy.
Hello, Kathy.
My other daughter, Margaret.
Sweet
and
Margaret.
my other daughter, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. Good to have you here. Jackie, take your lollipop now.
Come on, Jack. Come on.
You've grown, but I guarantee one of those people with lollipops will win. Cape Cod, you know, Gene Wood is from Cape Cod.
So we said.
Yeah, and most of the people in Cape Cod are delighted. It's a nice place, isn't it?
It's lovely. Wonderful in summertime.
You better get down there, because I
Yes,
see
yes.
Margaret getting ready to shake something
Yes,
up.
indeed.
La-da-dee. How are you?
Pretty good.
Nice to have you here.
Nice having you. We brought you this Cape Cod, Massachusetts sweatshirt.
Ah, long
Hopefully,
sleeves.
you'll
Honey, I
fit.
love that. Yeah, that's great for me. I'll wear it when I carry my bag. That's lovely. Thank you, darling. There's so many short sleeve ones. That's gorgeous. Remember what I said about the lucky one. Won't play the feud. Let's go. Okay, 100 people surveyed, top 6 answers on the board. You got to try and get the most popular answer. Here's the question. Name something you should always carry with you in your car.
A first aid kit.
First aid kit. Very good. 4 answers will beat it, Dan.
A map.
A map. No.
We're going to play, Richard.
I thought map was a goodie. I've got the map of the Sahara in my car. It's never let me down. No, I thought map was good. Didn't make it. We're going to find out how this is. Good to have you here. Welcome.
How you doing, Richard?
What should you always carry with you in your car?
How about a spare tire?
Good answer.
Spare tire. You got it. How you doing?
How about your registration?
Yeah. Registration? Well, honey, there's hardly anything wrong with your eyes, unless there's something wrong with mine.
Yeah.
These are not strong.
My right eye is very...
Oh, just one
Yeah.
side? Let me look. Oh, it is, yeah. A little more powerful. What should you always carry with you in your car?
How about your driver's license?
Okay. Driver's license?
Yeah!
which you can always carry with you in your phone.
How about a flare?
Yeah. Or bell bottom, which... Flare? Mom, we're in good shape here.
How about a flashlight?
Yeah. Flashlight? All the money. $89. Let's do it. Come on. How are you? Very nice to have you here, Betty. Oh, what's up, lady boy? The top successes are on board. Here's the question. Name something that runs down when it gets old.
Car.
Car? Okay.
Wanna play?
Okay. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
What runs down when it gets old?
How about a person?
Poison? Seriously. What are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
I like the way Louise looked at me and said a person. What runs down when it gets old?
Richard, I would have to say batteries.
There you go. Batteries! Yeah. Good food.
Thank you.
What would you say, sir?
She took my answer.
It was a goodie.
How about television sets?
What? TV! No. Oh.
How about a refrigerator?
Look. Refrigerator? Something that runs down when it gets home.
How about a stove?
Okay, that's okay.
But they're okay. If not, they're stuck. Stove! No. Three answers unrevealed.
Hey, tires. Richard, we're going to go with tires.
Tires there, you get a big lead. If not, Dan gets $79. Tires. All I could think of is shoes. What, you know, get old, a little run down at the Krellman. 3. 5. 6. You named every other appliance. Still, you got the money. We'll be back right after we watch this.
I found a better way to whiten my teeth. Plus White Ultra. Their special soft foam mouth tray makes the peroxide whitening gel work faster and better for perfect results. Plus White Ultra.
Want to go curly? Get Wash and Curl, the shampoo with curl enhancers that work right in the shower. Thousands and thousands of women have gone curly with Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo.
Ashamed of your nails because they break and won't grow? Get Nutrinail, the hydrating formula that ends brittleness. They're beautiful. Nutrinail. Nails grow. Guaranteed.
Jim, it says here that personal debt and credit card borrowing have reached a 10-year high. With rates at 17 to 18%, those payments could be enormous.
That's right, Joni. But if you're a homeowner, the combo loan from the Money Store can help. With a combo loan, you can refinance your mortgage and pay off your high-rate credit cards and other loans.
And the interest can be tax-deductible.
So even if your credit is less than perfect, the combo loan can help you manage your family's finances better. The combo loan, available at the Money Store. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
America's most experienced home improvements business has a new name. Century 21 Home Improvements.
Installed premium vinyl siding from Century 21 Home Improvements means you'll never paint again.
No more paying painters, no more do-it-yourself,
And
no more scraping.
never again. Not with vinyl siding.
Call now and you'll make no payments and pay no interest until January 1997. Premium vinyl siding is virtually maintenance-free.
Won't peel or chip, rot or warp.
Won't dent either.
Whether your home is wood, brick, or stucco, look what siding can do. Works great for eaves and overhangs, too. Choose from a wide range of colors, all with this exclusive wood grain texture that's scratch-resistant.
Call now for a free in-home consultation. We'll always be there for you.
You can count on it.
Call now for a free in-home consultation and estimate. Then make no payments and pay no interest until January 1997 on installed siding. Call 1-800-352-7171.
What can make your tomorrow better than today? A promotion? A great paying job? A new career? At ICS, more than 10 million men and women have prepared for new careers without setting foot inside a classroom. And now at home, in your spare time, you can get your diploma or degree. Choose from any one of these courses. Then call toll-free for free information about training with ICS.
Call 1-800-351-1500 right now for free information. There's no obligation, so call 1-800-351-1500.
Dumb Dora is so dumb.
How dumb is she?
She's so dumb she didn't know that Match Game is on. Weekdays at 12:30 p.m. only on Game Show Network.
Got a good game going. 89 playing 79. Let's go. Come on. "100 people surveyed, top 5 answers on the board. Here's the question. Name something you buy for your teeth." Yes.
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste. Wait. Do you know why the buzzer didn't go off? Because you did hit.
I hit? I didn't hit hard enough?
No, you hit right where you are. No, you did. You didn't go up there. You went. No, you went.
Yeah,
And unless we put a buzzer there, you're going to do that? We had a little look of surprise on your face, you know, because I know mentally you'd hit in. That's what happened.
That's okay.
What do you buy for your teeth?
How about toothbrush?
Toothbrush.
How about dental floss?
Dental floss. Mama. Very same question I have.
How about crowns?
Crown?
Crowns.
I buy mine Imperial margarine. And get the wrong. Crown?
Come on, Bob.
Bob.
How about braces?
Woo! Good!
All right.
Braces. That's the way to do it, yeah. Martha?
How about your teeth guard, like if you're in a sport, like boxing?
Oh, a mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece.
Okay. There, you got it. If not, second strike. A mouthpiece. No. One answer remains. 2 strikes are there. Something you buy for your teeth.
And how about denture cleaner?
That's what, Don?
Denture cleaner?
Denture cleaner. Okay, that's there. You got it. If not, third strike. Denture cleaner. No. $98. One answer remains.
Water pick. We're going to say water pick.
Why would you buy nail polish?
I mean, tooth polish.
Oh, nail polish is a little bit. But water pick sounds good. If it's there, you get the money, and if not, the Browns got it. Water pick. Fine. They're not really your teeth if it's denture hole. 187 to 79. Let's go. Wish you both luck. Dollar values are doubled. 100 people surveyed. Top 4 answers on the board. Here's the question. Name something a man lies about to impress a woman. Margaret.
His age.
His age. 2 answers will beat that, listen.
Richard, what kind of job he has?
His job. Well done.
Good play.
Good play, Don. Well done, Leslie. You did what Dan said. You relaxed. That's very good. Yeah. What might a man lie about to impress a woman?
The number of women he's been with.
Yeah, good answer. Good answer, yes. I always work exactly opposite to that. I claimed I've never ever been you. That way they say, "Aw." Otherwise, with his answer, they tend to say, "Huh, really? Well, that's fascinating. How many ladies he's been with?" No. And two answers to me.
Okay.
Man might lie about something to impress a woman. What might it be?
How about how much money he makes?
That's a good answer. How much money he makes. The way to do it, Ken.
How about the car he drives?
His car. Well, if he was going to see her, she'd tumble to that very quickly. Can't say you got a Ferrari and then pick her up in a 1941 Ford. Something?
How about his family background? Yeah.
That's still all right. If not, third strike is family background. Not there. One answer remains. Give me the correct answer. You're the champs. What do you say?
His marital status.
If they say you play for $10,000. If not, Dan, you get the 182. The game goes on. Whether he's married or not. Yeah, those days are gone, I'm afraid. 261, 187, let's go. This will decided. 100 people, dollar values have tripled. 100 people surveyed. Top 4 answers on the board. Here's the question. Name something you put inside an omelet. Yeah.
Cheese.
Cheese. Okay. I'll read it once. Listen carefully. I get to you. You got 3 seconds to answer. Something you put inside an omelet.
Bacon.
Bacon. 3 seconds, Bob.
Ham.
Pardon?
Ham?
Ham. 3 seconds, Kathy.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms there. You're the champ. Mushrooms. Oh, from nothing, you gave it a heck of a shot. You're a good player. You got $261 there. You got a whole life in front of you. You two just been married. We've got nice prizes for you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
All right? Be nice to you. Thank you. I'm sorry you didn't win more, but I hope you had a nice time. Thank you. Okay. Come on. Who's first? Got Roland Kathy going for the money right after we watch this. Yeah.
News from the front. Stalag 13. Colonel Wilhelm Klink rules his POW camp with an iron fist.
And you're the toughest commandant in Germany. I am? Oh.
Allied POWs known as Hogan's Heroes wage a secret war.
I see nothing. I know nothing.
In the USA, Hogan's Heroes, the collector's edition, is now available on video. Capture your first 4 episodes, including the original pilot, for $4.95 with subscription. The show is fast and funny, Rave's TV guide. Join Colonel Hogan and his heroes, comedy heroes, for a barracks full of laughs in Stalag style. Hogan's Heroes, the collector's edition. Order this TV classic on video today and get 4 episodes for $4.95 with subscription. And World War II will never be the same.
To get your first 4-episode video of Hogan's Heroes, the collector's edition, for only $4.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-275-1717. That's 1-800-275-1717.
The power
of nature. It can turn your summer day into a nightmare of destruction when a deadly tornado strikes. Now, National Geographic Video takes you into the eye of the storm in Nature's Fury, an incredible 60-minute You Are There video that captures nature at its deadliest. Call this toll-free number now to order Nature's Fury for only $19.95. Order now, and you'll also receive the best of Cameramen Who Dare, absolutely free. This special television offer is not available in stores, and you have no risk, as your satisfaction is guaranteed for your money back. So call now to get Nature's Fury for only $19.95 and receive your bonus video free. Call now.
For rush delivery, get your credit card ready and call 1-800-841-6767. That's 1-800-841-6767. Or send your check or money order to the address on your screen. Call right now.
Congratulations. Thank you. Stand right here and win 10 pounds, you got it.
That's what we're going to do.
Good. 15 seconds. Tell me, out of an 8-hour workday, how many hours you really spend working?
4.
A musical instrument made of wood.
A violin.
How often you wash your car?
Once a month.
An occupation often portrayed on television.
Lawyer.
A dessert you eat with a spoon.
Ice cream.
Very good. Very good. How many hours? I don't know if I'd employ you, darling. Out of an 8-hour day, you give us 4 hard hours. Survey set. Okay. The other two were Haldeman and John Dean. Musical instrument made of wood. Violin. Survey. How often you wash your car? Old dirty car, they call her at Cape Cod, once a month. Survey set. Survey. An occupation often portrayed on television. Lawyer. Survey set. Very good. Dessert you eat with a spoon. Ice cream. Survey. I like your style. They stand right next to Bob. We're looking for Kathy. $84 points. What do you need?
Thank you.
Please remind everyone the answers Rhoda gave us. 20 seconds on the clock. Tell me, out of an 8-hour workday, how many hours you really spend working?
7.
A musical instrument made of wood.
Flute.
How often you wash your car?
Once a week.
An occupation often portrayed on television.
Cop.
A dessert you eat with a spoon.
Jell-O.
8-hour workday. How many hours you really spend working? 6 hours. Number 1, you said 7. Survey set. Musical instrument made of wood. Guitar, number 1. You said flute. Survey. How often you wash your car? You said once a week. Number 1. Survey. An occupation often portrayed on television. Doctor, number 1. You said cop, policeman. You need 27 points, $10,000. Survey said.
For patients who have wrinkles and puffiness under their eyes and don't want plastic surgery, I recommend Sudden Change Under Eye. It's a special cosmetic serum that removes the appearance of wrinkles and puffiness in minutes. Look, before sudden change and after. Sudden Change Under Eye, an excellent alternative to plastic surgery.
Want to go curly and add fullness to your hair? Now you can with Wash and Curl shampoo. Its curl enhancers work right in the shower. Your hair will look full and beautiful. Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo.
Hi, I'm Linda Carter, and I'm here to tell you why ordering your contact lenses direct from Lens Express is such a great idea.
We're America's largest contact lens replacement service. Call now for a free catalog and save up to 50% by ordering direct from Lens Express.
And I get the exact lenses my doctor prescribed or my money back. Now that's what I call service. I couldn't do without Lens Express.
Call this number now for a free Lens Express catalog.
Simba, Aladdin, The Beast, Pocahontas. These are some of Disney's most loved characters your children will grow up with. Now you can order the Disney Movies in Stamps series of beautifully designed postage stamps featuring characters from its greatest animated pictures. There's Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King with Simba, Aladdin and Jasmine, and Pocahontas and John Smith. This Disney stamp offer includes a sheetlet of 9 stamps and a bonus 5-inch souvenir sheet pre-mounted with a color mat ready for framing. You can order each one of these magnificently printed Disney Movies and stamps for only $14.95 each, or save $5. Purchase all 4 for only $54.95. This memorable Disney item is for kids of every age.
To order your Disney stamp collection, call 1-800-238-2411 or send check or money order for $14.95 each plus $3.95 shipping and handling to Disney Stamp Collection, P.O. Box 2648, Grand Central Station, New York, New York, or call 1-800-238-2411.
The greatest stars in movie history appear on Game Show Network.
Will you come in, Mystery Challenger, and sign in, please?
Are you married?
Uh-huh.
Is your husband in the profession?
Uh-huh.
Has he ever been a British subject?
Well, he sure has, honey. I do decline.
It's going to be awful if I pick the wrong husband, isn't it? As long as he didn't.
See your favorite stars on Game Show Network.
You're watching Game Show Network, where the Family Feud continues with Ray Combs, followed by Beat the Clock and Child's Play.
Dessert you eat with a spoon was ice cream, although your answer, Gene, soup, although not legally a dessert. The Browns came from Cape Cod and took us for $10,460.
Air transportation for some contestant and production personnel furnished by Eastern Airlines, America's favorite way to fly. For the 4th year in a row, more passengers have flown Eastern than any other airline in the free world. Come fly with Eastern. Some departing contestants receive Black & Decker's new Spotlight, a rechargeable light. Stores in its own recharger, so it's always bright, always easy to find, always fully charged. The Spotlighter from Black & Decker. Spring into P.S. Gitano, the proportionally sized jeans for the fit you love. If you're a short, regular, or long-waisted woman, P.S. Gitano's new sizing system is just for you. Today's your Brute Day. Great days seem to happen more often when you're wearing Brute by Fabergé. After shave, after shower, after anything, Brute by Fabergé. A clock and golden griddle is preferred over pure maple syrup by 7 out of 10 people because it has a unique blend of 4 delicious syrups for its great taste. Golden griddle, the taste that beats pure maple. A tote and Flavor Ice, one of America's favorite quick-freeze fruit-flavored bars. 24 giant bars in a package, assorted delicious flavors. Flavor Ice, the giant cooler. This is Gene Wood speaking for Family Feud. A Mark Goodson television production.
The feuding continues with Ray Combs in charge. Stay tuned for another episode of Family Feud next on Game Show Network.
1 minute. Here's the first word. Go. Me.
Ham.
Wrapping them out, lady.
Password. Weeknights, 8:20-ish Eastern. Only on Game Show Network.
This is the beautiful singing star and actress of television and motion pictures, Polly Bergen.
Thank you. And this is my partner, Bill Hotailing from Salt Lake City, Utah.
This is the noted actor and star of The Perry Mason Show, Raymond Burr.
Hello. This is my partner, Karen Larson from Altadena, California. And we're all here to play Password.
Yes, it's Password. Brought to you by Prestone Antifreeze with its magnetic film to protect against freeze-ups and engine burnouts due to rust. And now, here's your host on Password, Alan Ludden.
Well, a good Sunday afternoon to you from Hollywood. It's very good to be with you again this Sunday afternoon, and it's good to have you back, Polly.
Hello.
Hi.
I don't think it's fair.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Because Mr. Burr brought his mother and father.
Oh, she applauded when they introduced.
Yes.
Oh, that does upset Polly, Ray. How are you, Raymond? I'm fine. Not only my mother and father, but all the cousins and aunts and uncles. Well, then we ought to have a great game with a rootin' audience.
Mine are in Tennessee. That's really not fair.
And that's a big family. Say, incidentally, you're making movies, Cape Fear and The Caretaker. When are you going to go out and sing pretty for the people, though, in a club?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that.
The date and the place, please, quickly.
Well, I'm opening at in Lake Tahoe at Harris Club, October the 11th, for 2 weeks. And, I'll fix a couple of slot machines for some people.
And it's a lovely act, I can say. I can honestly say I've seen it. Let's talk to your partner here, Polly. Polly, let's see. His name is Bill. How did you say that name?
Hoteling.
Hoteling.
Right.
What are you doing in California?
On vacation with the tribe.
Are you, you and the tribe having a good time?
You bet. We're on our annual pilgrimage to Disneyland.
Oh, good. That's a great place. Raymond Burr, or Perry Mason, as they say. You're working a different night this year.
Yes, Alan. This year we're on Thursday nights instead of Saturdays.
And the time's a little different, too, isn't it?
I believe 8 to 9 through most of the country, except Central Time. I think it's on 7 to 8.
So Perry Mason's on Thursday nights now, at a little different time. We've got to all be watching. I couldn't stand to miss one. Karen Larson, your partner here, Raymond. How do you like to spend your time, Karen?
Well, I enjoy cooking very much. I like to create recipes and experiment with them. And I enjoy music, singing in groups and things.
And I hope you enjoy playing Password. You know how we play it? It's very simple. The idea is to make your partner say the password by using one-word clues. Both teams work on the same word at the same time, and the one that gets it first is the one that scores. I'll give the first password this Sunday afternoon to Polly Bergen, Raymond Burr, and as they look at it, we'd like you to look at it at home.
The password is bail.
Okay, Polly, we'll start with you for 10 points. See if you can make Bill here say that password.
Cotton.
Candy.
Cotton candy. He's been to Disneyland too much.
I forgot.
All right, 9 points, Raymond.
Jail.
Picking.
Jail picking. Well, that's a new one. No, 8 points, Polly.
Pay.
Dirt.
Pay dirt. No, 7 points, Raymond.
Alfalfa.
Weed.
Alfalfa weed. 6 points, Polly.
Fine.
Powdered.
Fine powdered. We're going in all different
You don't
directions.
understand what I'm saying to you, sir. Now, wait a minute.
No, one-word clues. 5 points, Raymond.
Forget it, Perry. There's no way out.
Hey.
Trash.
Hay and alfalfa, trash and weeds. I think there's something wrong with that. 4 points, Polly.
Hay.
Seed.
Hayseed. No. 3 points.
Jail.
Sentence.
Oh, not sentence. 2 points, Polly.
Release.
Five seconds.
Escape.
Escape. 1 point, Raymond Burr.
Jail.
Bail.
Bail. Oh, you got it.
My whole life, I never worked so hard. I never worked so
Those
hard.
were interesting clues, I must say.
They were very very good clues.
Yes, they were.
The answers were not so good, but the clues were not good.
Well, we shall see. Now, that gives you 1 point. At least you're on the road there, Karen. 1 point toward a 25-point game. You know, the winner of the game gets $250 and a chance to win even more money in the lightning round. Okay, let's see what they do now, Polly, as they give the clues and you give the responses.
Oh, this will be wonderful.
All right, Bill has the word. Karen has the word this time, and as they look at it, we'd like you to look at it.
The password is altitude.
All right, Bill, she was complaining. See about her response. 10 points. First clue.
High.
Low.
High, low, no. 9 points, Karen.
Adjustment.
I'll get it for you. 5 seconds, Raymond. 5 seconds.
Up.
Up. No, I want you to just take a look at the word, don't you? Got it? Okay. 8 points, Bill.
Barometer.
Barometer.
Mercury?
Mercury, 7 points, Karen.
Oh, I know what it is and I can't.
Sky.
Sky. 5 seconds, Ray.
Cloudy.
Cloudy? No. California. All right, 6 points, Bill.
Elevation.
Good. Elevation.
Altitude?
That's it. May I explain something? When you hear this sound, it means that your clue has not been accepted by our authority, who is Dr. Reason A. Goodwin, editor of the forthcoming World Book Encyclopedia Dictionary. Score stands 6 for Polly, 1 for Raymond, and the password goes again.
Even.
Yes. All right, here you go. To Polly and to Raymond. And as they look at it, of course, we want you to see it at home.
The password is hunter.
All right, Ray. First clue's yours. 10 points would give you 11.
Game.
Password.
No, thank you. No. 9 points, Polly.
Trapper.
Hunter.
You did it! That was a good clue. All right, Polly, I couldn't have thought of that clue in the world. I was thinking of 3-word clues, but not. That's very good. They have 15 there. 15. And the password goes, let's move it along, to Karen and to Bill. And as they look at it, we want you to see it.
The password is landlord.
Okay, start with you, Karen. 10 points would give you 11.
Tenant.
Occupant.
Tenant, occupant? No, 9 points, Bill.
Rent.
5 seconds.
Lease.
Lease. 8 points, Karen.
Collector.
Landlord.
That's it. Very good. Yeah, you play this game very well.
Do you own an apartment?
No, but Polly does.
Well, she at least sounded like an apartment dweller. 15 to 9. Very close. Now, Polly and Raymond have the word. As they look at it, of course, we want you to see it.
The password is jolly.
Could give you the game, Polly. First clue. 10 points. Watch your hands.
Santa.
5 seconds, Bill.
Saint.
Santa Saint. No. 9 points, Karen. I mean, Raymond.
Happy.
Jolly.
You did it! Very good. You worked under Santa, didn't you? Jolly Santa. That's good. We'll return in a moment to play more Password, but right now, let's watch this. All right, we have 15 to 18, so Raymond Burr's team moved ahead. I'll give the word to Bill and to Karen, and as they look at it, we want you to see it at home, please.
The password is campus.
You could do it in the first clue, Bill. 10 points.
College.
Graduate.
College graduate. No, 9 points would give you the game, Karen.
Surroundings.
Campus.
You did it! How about Perry Mason here? He just thinks and comes right out with it. You ever seen, you really are Perry Mason, aren't you?
I sure missed the first one.
Oh, he has to win. He never loses the case for this.
But we don't have...
It's in his contract. Don't let him fool you.
We don't have those writers here.
He wouldn't come on unless they promised he won.
No, he won't. That's not... All right. You're going to get us in a lot of trouble. All right.
He's just smart is all he is.
Karen,
Darn it.
you've got 25 points, which gives you $250 and a chance to pick up more money in the lightning round. You know how we play it? 5 passwords there. Raymond Burr is going to give you 1-word clues for each password, and each password you get's worth $50. Ray, if you feel your clues aren't getting through, move along, because the trick is to do it in 1 minute. Here's the first word. Go.
Queen.
King.
50.
Pound.
Hammer.
Weight.
Ounce.
That's 100.
Baby.
Infant.
Diaper.
Pins.
Higher. Neck.
Ring.
Lunch.
Breakfast.
Next word. Face.
Neck.
Smile.
All right. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. That's it. All right.
I know he always wins, but...
That happens. All right. Yeah, all right. You ready to go? We're going to give that to you. That was a slip, but we're going to give it to you. All right. Let's go.
I use that word because, you see, I never get a chance to smile very much.
All right. Very good. It happens all the time. Shall we start the clock? Start the clock. Give her the clue.
Bad.
Good.
Ruthless.
Evil.
Monster.
Tyrant.
All right. Well, I don't know. I couldn't think of anything but mean for that. That baby's neck he was going for was not the ring, but the bib. Bib. And finally, this mean monster was to be cruel. Cruel was the word. But Karen, you did very well. You have $250 for the game, $100 for the lightning round. Karen Larson has $400. We're going to give you that word that Ray's inadvertently said. We were so happy to see him say smile. What? Me too. Oh, did I announce it wrong? I beg your pardon. It is $450 you have. We won't get all excited again, but that's what she has. All right. But that's not all. You can win even more, Karen, or indeed, Bill, you can still win some money because we're going to ask you to continue playing now, but for your second game, will you please change partners? All right, let's see. We have now the ladies against the gentlemen. Ladies, Karen and Polly, are you all set over here?
No, it's one of my losing nights.
No, it isn't.
Oh, no, it isn't.
You don't have a losing night. Bill, how about you and Raymond? All set over here?
You bet.
Well, let's go then. I'll give the password, the first password for this game, to Polly Bergen, Raymond Burr, and as they look at it, of course, we want you to see it at home.
The password is justice.
Yes, Raymond, it's yours. 10 points.
What did I tell you?
Judge.
Prisoner.
Judge, prisoner. 9 points. Polly.
Gives.
Attorney.
Gives attorney. No, 8 points. Raymond Burr.
Equality.
Okay.
Sentence.
Equality sentence. 7 points, Polly.
Lady.
Just
I didn't do a thing. My
I know.
hands haven't moved an inch.
lady.
Justice?
That's it. Oh, you know, when you said lady, though, Polly, I was afraid you were going to hold up your hands and blindfold yourself or something.
No, I just shut my eyes.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's part of the game, I guess. All right. That's very good. You have 7 points, ladies. The password goes to Karen and to Bill. And as they look at it, we'd like you to see it at home.
The password is general.
Okay, Bill, you could have 10 points. First clue.
Admiral.
Navy.
Admiral Navy. 9 points, Karen.
Commander.
5 seconds.
Rear. Rear Admiral.
Oh. All right.
Isn't there a rear admiral?
Yes, there's a rear admiral.
Well, for goodness sake.
All right. Bill, 8 points.
Brigadier.
General.
General. Well, Brigadier is not one of those clues you think of right away. We have a nice tight score. 7 for the ladies, 8 for the men. And up my brand new silent chute comes...
Is there a general in the Navy?
Honey, you'd probably put one there if you talked...
Is there a general in the Navy?
Not the last time I heard. Here we go. Polly has the word, as does Raymond Burr, and as they look at it, we'd like you to see
There is
it.
a rear admiral.
Yes, there is. That's right.
The password is subtract.
Did you hear it at home? Good. Okay, Polly, 10 points would give you 17.
Add.
Subtract.
You did it. You can't hit him if you don't see him, can you?
No. Remember those slot machines that she's going to
All right. We'll return to play more.
multiply.
Oh, I love the way he does it. He really is Perry Mason, I tell you. I thought you were acting a part there. 17 to 18 it now stands. All right, you fix it. Here you go. Polly and Raymond have the word, and as they look at it, we'd like you to see it.
The password is pale.
Okay, Polly, start with you. Could give you the game.
Bucket.
Handle.
Oh, 9 points. Could give you the game, Raymond.
White.
Oh, I didn't hear the word.
White.
Pale.
Pale is the word. What's a white pail? Oh, pale one. I see. Thanks a lot, Polly. All right, you've got another $250 there, Bill, a chance to pick up more in the lightning round. You know how we play it. The trick is to do it in 1 minute. Here's the first word. Go, Raymond.
Goodbye.
Hello.
50.
Straight.
Narrow.
Hair.
Crooked.
Straight.
Edge.
Hair.
Curly.
All right, I'll take it. 100.
Coyote.
Wolf.
Smart.
Animal. I mean,
Cunning.
fox.
All right, 250.
Soap.
Wash.
Bubbles.
Cloth.
Soap.
Foam.
Bubbles.
Detergent.
Next word. You got 10 seconds.
Next word.
All right.
Sea.
Ocean.
Raft.
Well, that's a wrap. Wow, you should have stayed on suds. Drift. That bubbly soap was not, I'll have you know, detergent. It was suds. And the last was drift. Let's see what you have there, Bill. $250 for the game, $150 for the lightning round, $400 for Bill Huttonling. Okay. Let's continue playing. You know, on our Sunday game, the more games you win, the more money you win. So we're going to play a third game, but for it, we'll ask you, Karen, to come back to Bill and back to Raymond, and Bill over here with Polly. You ready? Okay. You know each other, no doubt. You all set? I'm waiting for my silent shoot to deliver a word. Here it comes. There it is. Good.
Just like to tell the truth. I'm not meant to win.
But you play a pretty game. Here you go, Polly. Have a word. Raymond, have the word. As they look at it, you look at it.
The password is polite.
Polly, yours. 10 points.
Rude.
Polite.
You did it. What do you mean? How about that? That could be a very difficult word, polite, actually, you know. Karen, this time it's yours. Oh, incidentally, may I explain that if we don't have time to complete a 25-point game, I'll give it to you and you look at it as I tell this, the team that is ahead at that point will receive $250. They're looking at the word. We'd like you to see it.
The password is mask.
Okay, start with you, Karen. 10 points. Stay ahead. That's the point.
Halloween.
Mask.
My goodness! Right to the point. That's how he wraps it up so fast at the end of every Perry Mason show. Okay, here we go. Polly and Raymond have it. Their score is tied. Let's see what happens. As they look at it, you look at it.
The password is election.
Okay, Polly, first word is yours. 10 points.
Primary.
Election.
Wow, we've gone to 20. You've got 20. All right, here we go. This time, 20 to 10. Password to Karen and Bill. Karen and Bill, as they look at it, you look at it, please.
The password is innocent.
Okay, Karen, start with you, 10 points.
Guilty.
Innocent.
Innocent, 20 points. Let's go. Here we go. Polly and Ray, and you.
The password is ostrich.
Okay, you, Polly, 10 points. Give you the game.
Boa.
Snake.
Boa, no.
I knew it.
9 points. Ray?
Feather.
Tie.
Tie, feather tie, 8 points.
My turn?
Yes.
Bird.
Ostrich.
You did it! Okay, we got a little one to lightning. No time? We have time?
I'll do it fast.
No time? We don't have time for a lightning round. Let's see what you have there. You have now, let's see, $400 Bill plus the $250 for the game, giving Bill Huttonling, what does it add up to? $650. That's right. You can't trust me to add, even on Sunday. We'll be back in a minute to tell you about next week's guest stars on Password. But right now, here's something I'm sure will interest you. Let's see what happened. Bill Huttonling, you have $650. Karen Larson, you have $400. I was right, it was $400. Next week, we'll have 2 new contestants who'll be playing Password with our guest stars, who will be the great password player, talented comedian Peggy Cass, and one of the bright stars of motion pictures and the stage, Tony Perkins. Holly, you're a delight. You won a game. Good luck at Lake Tahoe. Come back to see us, will you?
It's been a pleasure, Alan.
Bless your heart. Raymond Burr, it's a privilege to have you on Password.
Thank you, Alan.
Come back and play with us, will you?
Thank you. I'd be delighted.
Good. We'll see you all next week at this same time or tomorrow on Daytime Password over most of these same CBS television stations. Until then, this is Alan Ludden saying the password today is hope. It's our sincere hope that you and your family will make Password a regular Sunday habit. Remember, Password is a family game. Have a good evening. So long.
He was the kind of guy you didn't mess around with.
Impossible.
He had street smarts, all right.
Did you kiss the wife of somebody involved on this particular program by any chance?
And a keen sense of smell. He could track down secrets like nobody's business.
I forgot what I asked there for a minute.
You can watch him in action. Bill Cullen.
Who can play at this game, you know?
I've got a secret. Weeknights, 9-ish Eastern, 6-ish Pacific.
I'm Joey Brown. I've got a secret.
I've got a secret. Starring Jerry Moore.
Well, welcome, friends. Thank you very much for tuning in our show tonight. It should be a good one because very happily we are all reunited. So, let's see who all here is reunited. To begin with, we have Mr. Bill Cullen. And then we have Miss Jane Meadows. And then we have Mr. Henry Morgan. And back with us after much too long a time, Miss Faye Emerson. That is our panel. Henry, we have a bit of old business to clean up from last week's show. You might remember that during one spot, things got so terribly confused that you rather wished that you were elsewhere, and you made a very plaintive plea to the audience for some nice, clean work other than television. You should know better than to ask for anything on television. We have here...
Oh, no!
1,500 offers of jobs for you from all over the country. We haven't had a chance to go through them all. Sometime when you have a month open, you may.
I tell you, Gary, I'll take the top one.
The top one? Dear Mr. Award-winning Morgan, we are reasonably hard-boiled people, but your appeal for honest work on last Wednesday's program moved us beyond measure. We fully understand the nature of the strain under which you apparently work and are prepared to offer you a full-time, honest, respectable, and soothing job. Unfortunately, we do not think that the salary we can offer you can compare with your present one. But we feel that you will be fully complimented by the personal satisfactions evolving therefrom. At present, we are seeking...
What's the address, Gare? Gare, where is it?
This is from New York, New York.
Oh, I can stay.
Yeah? It says, at present, we are seeking the services of a mature, responsible, and sober companion to a 3-year-old...
Wait a minute, 3-year-old what?
Personable, gentle, and very charming cat.
He doesn't mention a figure, though.
Doesn't mention a figure. Along with the above-mentioned compensations during your working hours, all the cat foods you can eat will be readily available to you. Mr. and Mrs. Galfern, Lois and Army Galfern.
Well,
so you can look at... Don't make any hasty decisions. You have also been offered a job as assistant embalmer in Swazi, Indiana. A job as companion to an 80-year-old woman in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Coach of a girls' basketball team at the Forbush School in East Bend, North Carolina.
Where's that?
Save the best to last.
Oh.
A couple in Haynesville, Louisiana, have just bought a beautiful antique pedestal. They have no statue to display on it. They're offering you a job just sitting on the pedestal, making like a statue, 16 hours a day.
They don't want me, they want a stiff.
Henry, we'll save these letters for you. There may be something you like in here.
No, it's very relaxing now that I know I have an out.
All right. Well, now that we have solved some of Henry's problems, let's create some of our own for the panel. Will our first contestant come in, please? Would you tell the panel, please, what your name is and where you are from?
Frances Haskett, New York City.
This is Miss Haskett. Miss Haskett of New York City. Now, Miss Haskett, if you will whisper your secret to me, at the same time, we will show it to the folks at home. All right, panel, to help classify her secret, I will tell you it concerns something that she taught someone. And, Bill, we'll start with you.
Is this someone a man?
No.
Well, then, this woman to whom you taught this thing, does she do this in front of audiences in public, like?
No.
Has she become famous for doing this?
No.
Did you teach her something useful?
Oh, yes.
It was Miss Haskett who taught her something useful, you understand?
Is it something you could teach, for instance, just picking a name at random, you teach my wife to do?
Yes.
Well, before I let her take lessons, would she have to practice on me in order to learn to do this?
Hardly.
We hardly think that would be necessary. $20 down and $60 to go, and we go to Jane Meadows, please.
Miss Haskett, have you taught many girls to do this?
Yes.
Does this have anything to do with a hobby or a form of recreation?
No.
No? Is this something that a girl might normally do around the house?
It's possible.
Yeah, if the conditions are favorable, yes.
Well, would she most likely, or would she likely do it in the kitchen?
Oh, hardly.
Not likely. It's possible, but not likely.
Would this be something that you might teach a girl who was about to be married?
Not particularly.
Not particularly, no.
Did you yourself do this recently?
Yes.
All right, there's $40 down and $40 to go, and we go to eminently employed Henry Morgan.
The kind of job I had in mind is sort of an indoor job more than an outdoor job. However, I would like something that has enough money in it so that I can,
You got 1,500 possibilities. Don't keep plugging. We can't answer the mail.
Oh, they're all cats.
$60 down and $20 to go, and we go to Faisy.
Is this a physical kind of thing that you taught, Mrs. Haskins?
Yes.
Is there anything to do with kissing?
No.
Oh, I'm way off. But it does involve a part of the body.
Yes.
Anything to do with dancing or singing?
Dancing or singing has nothing to do with either.
Would I be interested in knowing to whom you taught this?
I think you would.
Would it be somebody in this theater?
No.
Is it a celebrity? Somebody that we would know, whose name we'd know? A lady?
Yes.
A lady, and a lady's name is Grace Kelly. Miss Haskett, what did you teach Grace Kelly, if you will please?
I taught Grace Kelly how to put on the diaper on the baby.
Now, Miss Haskett, you first of all identify yourself as to job, what it is that you do for a living.
I am Director of Nursing Services at the New York chapter of the American Red Cross, and I teach and train instructors to teach the mother and baby care course that's taught to expectant parents.
Did Grace Kelly come in to take this course?
She came in to observe the lesson on the care of the baby.
Was this, and this is because that possibly she will serve in some executive capacity in the Red Cross in Monaco, right?
That is correct, yes.
But meanwhile, it's going to come in pretty handy from a personal viewpoint, too.
Yes, she had a very personal interest in it.
I'll bet you. Miss Haskett, yes, Sophie.
Is it true that the old triangle shape is out and now the new square? I just wondered.
I like the off-the-shoulder, my dear. Way off the shoulder.
I don't know. How about that? Is the old triangle gone?
It's really out of style, isn't it?
Out of style,
Out
yes.
of style, yes. I just wanted to know. We want to be chic here.
Yeah, every time you turn your back, that Christian Dior pulls something. You know, there you go. Well, thank you very much, Miss Haskett, for being with us. We want to give you the money that you have so rightfully won, a carton of Winston cigarettes, and one of our I've Got a Secret games with which you can while away a smart week figuring out how to play it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being with us. Good night. Now, Henry, before we leave this job proposition completely, I want to tell you there's one telegram that came in that kind of tempted me for you, because I thought it sounded like it might do you good. I don't know. It comes from some people named Bob, a man by the name of Bob Marland. He says, Henry Morgan Care of I've Got a Secret. Have clean, healthy, honest, invigorating job as cowboy on cattle ranch, waiting for you, bring boots and saddle. Bob Marland of Mullen, Nebraska.
No, I'm a city boy, and I'm very soft, and I don't like the food they eat, cowboys, and I don't want to end up in pictures making westerns, and that isn't what I had in mind.
Now, it is a pleasure for us to welcome back to our show one of my favorite comedians and certainly a very fine gentleman, Mr. Joe E. Brown. I think this wins you our longevity crown. This is your third time around on our show, isn't it?
Yes,
son?
but stick to 2 syllables, will you? That longevity killed me.
That just means you never mind.
Yes, I guess.
Say, panel, will you put your blindfolds on, please? Because there's skullduggery afoot. Put them on right now. And as soon as they get them on, Henry, don't look up. All right, as soon as we get them on, then we will go to work on our secret. Mr. Brown, will you whisper your secret to me, please? This secret concerns something that Mr. Brown is doing, and we will start with Let's start with Paisy.
Something Mr. Brown is doing. I hear a curious sound. Mr. Brown, Joe?
I beg your pardon? I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Does the sound I hear have anything to do with your secret?
Oh, yes. Yes, quite definitely.
I see. It sounds like a cool breeze blowing across the Stygian tide. Would that,
Stygian, Ohio, is it?
Is it a physical thing you're doing, Joe?
I would say that what he's doing is very physical, yes. Although it must bother him mentally to some degree.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass. I think I know what this is.
You think you know what it is and you're going to pass? All right, there's $20 down and $60 to go, and we go on to Bill Cullen.
Now, I think that's pretty decent of you, too.
Thank you, darling.
Joe, are you doing this now? Right
No.
Yeah? No?
Not right now, no.
But as a continuing action while the panel is questioning, he is, yes, doing it.
Are you playing with your voice for some particular reason?
No, I'm not.
Well, someone's sure playing with it for you.
What say, Bill?
I say someone's sure playing with it for him, because that doesn't sound like Joe at all, and at one time it didn't sound like you, Gare.
You answer
Well,
for
both
me,
Mr.
Gare.
Brown and I are speaking as naturally as we possibly can. We are making no effort to disguise our voices
You know what you
whatsoever.
sound like? You know what you sound like, Gare?
What's your language?
You sound like a 33 MC on 78.
Well, thanks a mill.
I can't figure out. Are you doing something? You're naturally doing something to your nose, Joe.
No, not to my nose.
Sound like Woody Woodpecker.
All right, there's $40 down and $40 to go, and we go to Jane Meadows, please.
That's
The
pretty
only
good
o-
going, I'll say, too.
Oh, you little doll. You know, the last time I heard voices sound like that was when the wizard, or whatever his name was, on Steve's show gave some gas to be inhaled that changed the voices. Is that what's going on now?
Well?
I would say it has a very definite connection, but you must name the gas and...
Oh, what is the name of that?
Oxygen.
Helium. Helium.
Helium.
Helium is absolutely right, yes. And I want to tell you, this is a doggone sensation.
Yes, it really is. Yeah, I have to tell you, they asked me to do this, and I wasn't certain about it, but I told Gare that, I said, I'll see you inhale first.
Yes, babe.
My past is once somebody did this to me, and I didn't believe it was true, but it happened to me, so I knew it.
I'll tell you the scientific explanation of this. Our vocal cords are used to working... Wait a minute, I'll get out there and help you.
Oh, boy, fun.
I'm going to help thing over close.
I can't wait.
Now you know who I am.
Put it over your side. Now, take a couple of good deep breaths.
Now, wait a minute, Bill.
Yeah?
Well, Bill, get your lungs full and then read
Take
this.
all you want. Won't hurt. No, breathe in, not out. Don't give it back. Keep it.
There you are. Read
Friends, Romans, countrymen. Lend me your ear.
I came to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar and Tony Marvin.
Now, while she's inhaling, I'll explain that your vocal cords are used to working in very heavy air, or normal air.
She's ready. She's ready.
She's ready.
Once upon a midnight I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of curious lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly I heard a rapping. That sounds like me.
It does not.
Oh,
that's
Henry?
Friends,
There, Henry.
Diddle diddle dumpling, my friend. Stocking time. Whatever became of my stocking? Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, isn't that dark?
This is so foolish.
Big deep breath now. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right, for your winter breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Right there,
let's get off center here.
Wait a minute. Hey, heads up.
I know that everybody is going to wonder what happens here, so I'm trying to get the explanation in a couple of times, and I'll explain it to you now. It's absolutely non-toxic. It cannot do you any harm. The idea is, I say, that we're all used to breathing, and our vocal cords are used to vibrating in normal air, which is very heavy. Helium is very light. So therefore, through many years of speaking, you speak with a certain amount of force. Then when you get your lungs and your head full of helium and you speak with the same force, your vocal cords are vibrating in much lighter air. As a result,
I want to thank you, Joey Brown, very much for being with us tonight. It's been a great pleasure having you aboard.
And I hope my voice...
Wait till I get loaded.
Done a commercial with this. Well, now, my friends, I would like to tell you about our next guest, and I'd like to tell you about who is standing behind that curtain. First of all, we have a man who holds a national junior college broad jumping record of 25 feet, 6 1/4 inches. Then we have a fellow who was the state tennis champion of his division in California. Then a young man who was ping pong champion of his troop in the Army. We also have a fellow who was an All-American football player at UCLA. I'm also going to introduce a basketball player who led Pacific Coast Conference in scoring for 2 consecutive years, 1940, 1941. I also want you to meet a fellow who shot a 71 in golf just a few days ago. Now, will all of you champion athletes please come out and meet our audience? You come out, please. This is all of those fellows who I mentioned, and of course has played a little baseball in his time, too, Jackie Robinson. Jackie, grab a stool, friend. Those of you who rushed out, as I did yesterday, and bought a copy of Look magazine, and if you didn't buy a copy of Look, you'd no doubt heard the repercussions in the paper, and you know that Jackie Robinson is now the most talked about athlete in America, because he declared his intentions in yesterday's Look magazine as having finished his baseball career and taking on a job as an executive. An executive of what sort and with whom, Jack?
Well, I'm vice president in charge of personnel for Chock full of Nuts, a restaurant chain here. They have a coffee factory and a bakery over in Jersey, and I'm very, very proud to be associated with the organization.
Well, they ought to be real proud to get you, my friends. You've got just a tremendous record. I tell you what we decided to do tonight. We know that there's so many people in America who have reacted with their own hearts to this Jackie Robinson story that we thought we would not play I've Got a Secret, but we'd invent a new game just for him. And the name of this game is I've Got No Secrets. Instead of having a panel of 4, we will have a panel of approximately 700. Those are the folks in our studio audience. In our studio audience at the moment are the members of our panel with hand microphones, Jane Meadows and Bill and Fay and Henry in the balcony. So we will allow you, Mr. Robinson will allow you to ask him any questions you want about anything you'd like to know from him. All you have to do is raise your hand, and somebody with a microphone standing near to you will grab hold of you, and we'll start the questions. The first hand that I see going up is the lady in here. Can we get a microphone into her, Jane? Will you pass the microphone down to this young lady, please?
Yes, could you pass that down? And would you give your name and your question?
All right, and when we get to you, young lady, will you tell us what your name is, please?
My name is Ruth Cunningham, and I would like to know if Jackie Robinson will miss playing baseball.
Yes, I'm sure that I'll miss it very much. I love the game of baseball, and I love what baseball has done for me. I appreciate all the wonderful contacts I've made out of it, but I think at 38 that I have to start thinking about my future, and I think I'm doing that in associating myself with Look magazine and Chock full of Nuts.
You know what fractures me? He says he's quitting baseball because he's getting too old. You're 38, Jack?
I'll be 38 at the end of the month, yes.
I'll be 42 at the end of the month. What do you think this does to an old man like me, having you talking about you being too young? Bill Cullen, have you got hold of somebody over there?
Yes, I have, Gary. I have a fellow from Chicago, Illinois, by the name of Harry Rosenfield. Harry?
Ask him to stand up, please. He's kind of back in the shadows. Yes, Harry, what would you like to know?
I'd like to know
is how come you quit the Giants instead of playing, this year, going with the Giants? You said in the paper, it said that you might play with the Giants for this year.
Oh, the point was, why did he pick the Giants to play
No,
with?
why did he quit? He said his manager told him that he talked to a club, Mr. Business place that he's going to work for, and they said that he agreed with him to play this year for the Giants.
I don't think that I've ever said that I would play this year for the Giants. I naturally had to evade some questions when I was asked about what was going to happen next year. I did that simply because of the fact that I felt I had a moral obligation to Look magazine not to reveal the exclusive story that they had paid for some 3 years ago. I think that if I did have a moral obligation to the New York Giants, that obligation ended when I asked Mr. Feeney if he would withhold the story until January 10th so that I could make up my mind definitely, and I would give him an answer as of January the 10th. Mr. Feeney has been very, very nice about that, and I appreciate the way that he has accepted my resignation from baseball or my retirement.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now, Faye, up in the balcony, please. Faye, what is the gentleman's
Yes,
name?
Gary, I have for Jackie Mr. Michael Manning of New York City who'd like to ask his question. Mr. Manning?
Jackie, frankly speaking, to what extent was the fact that you were traded to the Giants a factor in your decision to retire?
It had absolutely nothing to do with my decision. I had signed a contract with Mr. Black 10 minutes before I knew that I had been traded, so the trade had absolutely nothing to do with my decision.
Mr. Black is the gentleman who's with the restaurant chain.
He is the president of Chock-full of Nuts.
Yeah. All right, that answers that question, and once and for all, I guess. Now, Henry, who you have with you, please?
I have a gentleman with me, Gary, but Jackie, I want to ask a question. Somebody made the statement, I think it was Mr. Bavesi of Brooklyn, that all these years the newspapermen have been so nice to you and that you were not nice to them. Now, I had always thought that all these years the newspapers were pretty mean to you. What do you think?
Well, I think I have an awful lot of friends among the newspaper men. I appreciate that friendship. There have been occasions when we differed. There have been occasions when I deserved the knocks that I received from the newspaper men, and I certainly had no regrets. The only time I regretted when a newspaper man knocked me when I thought that I was right. And when I feel that I'm right, then I don't care too much about the knocks that I receive, because when I'm wrong, I know it down here, and I don't have to wait for the newspapers to tell me whether I'm right or wrong.
Well said.
And Henry, before getting to your friend, I must say this. We talk about, anybody said that Jackie is not nice to the newspaper man. We were sitting around here just about 20 minutes before showtime, and about 6 of them came bursting in the stage door at a time when Jackie had his mind on the show, and sure enough, up they went to my dressing room, and they sat around there, and he has been being grilled for the last 20 minutes, even until the time the show went on the air. So that should answer that question. Now, the gentleman, please.
Oh, I got so interested I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Why don't you give your name and your question?
My name is Vince Caristi. Jack, did the fact that you were traded to the Giants have any bearing on your retirement?
I think that was asked.
That was asked.
That question's already been asked over here on the other side. Yes. Do you have another question?
All right, I'll ask another question.
No, Henry.
Oh, I'm
let's
sorry.
Get down here to, Let's get down to Jane
We
Meadows,
have a
please.
Mr. Bolnick, Jackie, of Skokie, Illinois.
Yes, at the end of a very brilliant career, I would like to ask Jackie what he feels was the most important Major League game he's ever played in.
I would think that the final game of the regular season in 1951 against the Philadelphia Phillies, it's a game that will always stand out in my mind.
Was that the game that ended in the tie season? Was that the one where Brooklyn came from behind, and as I recall, you made a very brilliant stop and then later a home run that won the game for Brooklyn?
That's the game, but I like to forget what happened in the playoffs.
Now, very quickly, let's get over to Joe Brown. We've got 30 seconds.
from
I
Los
think you should
Angeles,
have
yes.
the last say here.
Thank you. Jackie, I've known you, of course, since you reported at UCLA as a freshman. We've been pretty good friends, and you're a great athlete, and I'm not going to ask how heavy you are, but who do you think is the greatest general manager in the major leagues today? Of course, you know that Joel is with Pittsburgh.
Oh, well, there's no question in my mind about Joel being the greatest.
He's the greatest. Fine. You're the greatest.
Jackie, We're out of time. A million thanks to you for being with us tonight. I'm sure that everyone agrees with me when I say we wish you nothing but the best of luck on a very courageous decision. And so until next week, friends, at the same time, this will be Gary Moore saying bye-bye for all of us. Be very kind to each other, will you? Goodbye out there.
Travel arrangements for I've Got a Secret are made through United Airlines. United Airlines flies our contestants in fast new DC-7 mainliners. This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Miss Meadows down by Sorrell. This is John Cannon speaking.
Carlisle, the first lady of game shows on To Tell the Truth, weeknights 9:40ish Eastern on Game Show Network.
Eyes on your own work.
One of these men was the pilot of the plane which caught a space capsule in midair. What is your name, please?
My name is Gene Jones.
My name is Gene Jones. My name is Gene Jones.
Only one of these people is the real Captain Gene Jones. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Ollie Bergen, John Cameron Swayze, Kitty Carlisle, and Robert Q. Lewis on To Tell the Truth with your host, Bud Collier.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and welcome once again to Tell the Truth, brought to you this week by Helene Curtis, makers of fine beauty products, Endon, dandruff treatment shampoo, and Tender Touch dry skin bath oil. It's a great pleasure to welcome back tonight both John Cameron Swayze. John, how are you?
Fine, Bud. Fine. Well, I'm fine at this stage of the game. I hope I can say the same at the end.
I'm sure you will. And Robert Q. Lewis, another good old friend.
Thank you, Bud. Good to see you.
Joy to be with you again, Bob. John is sitting in for Don Amici, who is in Honolulu temporarily on business. And, of course, Bob is here with us in place of Tom, who is on the road at the moment with the new musical comedy, The Conquering Hero. Now, panel, will you please open your envelopes and take your first look at your affidavit cards and follow along, if you will, please, as I read. I, Captain Gene Jones, am a pilot in the United States Air Force. 2 weeks ago today, my group, which is part of the Air Force Research and Development Command, was assigned to catch in midair a 300-pound capsule dropped from a satellite in orbit. I was the pilot of the plane that made the catch. Signed, Gene Jones. These three gentlemen, panel, you just heard, as did I, all claiming to be Gene Jones, intrepid Air Force pilot and missile catcher. Let's start this first round of questioning tonight with Polly Bergen. Polly?
Thank you, Bud. First of all, I knew right away when I didn't read about this that we would have it on the show. You see. Number one, exactly how did you catch the capsule? With what? In what way?
What we call air recovery gear, by hooking the parachute that holds the capsule.
I see. Number two, how did you hook the parachute?
With an airplane.
Well, I know there was an airplane, but you mean just caught it on a wing, or what? How did you catch it, sir?
I caught it on a hook.
On a hook. Number three, what kind of cable did you use attached to the hook in order to carry a 300-pound capsule?
Nylon cable.
Nylon cable. Number one, is that true?
That's true.
Number two, how many members of the crew on your plane?
There are 9.
9?
Yes.
I see. Where are you from, sir?
Franklin, Tennessee.
Oh, I'm from Knoxville. How are you all?
I didn't carry on like mad a little later, but now John Cameron Swayze.
Number two, what type of plane were you in when you made the catch?
C-119.
About how fast is this object traveling when it hits your hook?
About 130 miles an hour.
Is there much of a shock? Do you get a reaction?
In the plane, through the controls, you mean?
Right.
Yes.
Number 3, what kind of weather existed when you made this catch?
Clear weather with an undercast at about 6,000 feet.
Number 1, was this the first time this had been successfully done?
No.
When was the other successful attempt?
Last August.
And what size satellite was involved in that case?
Same size.
Number 2, how long have you... Kitty?
Number 2, the thing that interests me is who gives you the idea as to where to be, and how can you be there just at the right time?
Well, it's tracked by radar until the first plane sights it.
How far were you from the first plane?
How far
Yeah.
was I from the first plane? I was the first plane.
You were the first plane?
Yes.
Well, number 3, I don't understand how you can be right at the time when it's the catch. How do you do it? I can't catch a ball from 4 feet away.
You follow a radio signal until you see the object falling and then
I see.
fly
And then when you
towards it.
see the object falling, you get on top of it in order to hook it from...
You hook it from the poles and the devices hanging from the rear of the aircraft.
And you're on top of the object.
That's right.
Supposing you went over it, what would happen?
You would miss it.
How much leeway do you have for missing it?
About 4 to 8 feet.
Bob?
My Lord.
Kitty mentioned other planes, number 3. How many other planes are involved in an attempt at a catch of this kind?
About 9 aircraft in the squadron and other types of detecting aircraft.
Number 1, suppose the first plane, your plane, had missed the catch. Would the others have had an opportunity to go after the capsule?
The first plane gets 2 passes. And if he doesn't get it on either one of those 2 passes, then the next in line follows.
And number 2 was the very first pass, the one that captured the capsule?
No, I missed it on the first pass.
You missed it on the first.
And that's all we can do, so don't miss on your voting now, as without any consultation, you please mark your ballot. Voting as you do so for number 1, number 2, or number 3. And as is our custom, the team of challengers will receive $250 for every incorrect vote. All right, panel, mark your ballot. Everybody voted? All set? Polly, for whom did you vote? Oh, I have to go the other way, don't I? Did I start with you? No, I'm starting with you tonight.
start with
It's all
me.
confusing. You know you're all in different order tonight.
I know.
Yeah, that's done to confuse me. Polly, for whom did you vote?
Well, I'll vote as bad in this spot as I did in the other. I voted for number 3. I have no particular reason. I really wasn't up on the facts concerning the catching of the capsule. I liked number 2 because he's from Tennessee. But he said the parachute was, I thought he said it was dropping at 120 miles an hour. I don't know how you get a second chance.
John Cameron Swayze, your vote, please.
Well, Bud, I voted for number 2. I liked Polly, and she liked number 2, although she didn't vote for him, and I thought that was reason enough for me.
Kitty, what about your selection?
Well, I think they're all absolutely marvelous. I voted for number 3 because his phraseology when he talked about the weather seemed rather obscure to me, and so I thought he knew a great deal about the subject.
And Bob, which
Well,
one
I
do you
went
think?
along. I'm afraid I'm part of this, I hope, right majority. I thought number 2 was too well briefed, and I didn't like one of those answers. Number 1, you never did get a chance, did you? So I voted for number 3.
Number 3 is your vote.
Has to be number 1. You know that.
Because nobody voted for him. Well, let's find out, shall we? You've all recorded your votes, and we've made up our minds, and if you're playing with us at home, as of course we trust each week you do, why, let's find out now in our own particular moment of truth, shall we? Which one of these gentlemen is the real pilot missile catcher in the Air Force? So will the real Gene Jones please stand up? I say bravo, too. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We're proud to have you with us. You did well, panel, extremely well. Let's take a look at the others now and find out who they were, because they sure handled themselves well. Number 1, what is your real name and what do you really do?
My real name is Sherwood Brooks. I'm in charge of public relations for the Quasha Lipton Company. We are consulting actuaries in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey.
Thank you very much, sir. Great pleasure to have you with us, too. Now, number 2, you've got the other vote that was not for number 3. So what do you do, and what is your real name?
My real name is William Rather. I am from Franklin, Tennessee. At the moment, I'm unemployed.
Well, it was good fun. And checking up on the score, we find there was only one incorrect vote, a total of $250 from Helene Curtis, and, of course, a gift package of all of the fine beauty products from Helene Curtis for your ladies. Thank you so much for being with us. Continued success to you, sir. Good night. God bless you.
Introducing Plus White Plus Peroxide toothpaste. You'll get whiter teeth plus the benefits of peroxide. Plus White Plus Peroxide. There's no white like Plus White.
Want to go curly and add fullness to your hair? Now you can with Wash and Curl shampoo. Its curl enhancers work right in the shower. Your hair will look full and beautiful. Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo.
If you have wrinkles and puffiness under your eyes, I recommend Sudden Change Under Eye. Look, before sudden change and after. Sudden Change Under Eye.
One loan, one payment each month, and nothing more.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
If you're like most homeowners, you're paying a mortgage, several credit cards, and an auto loan each month. That's why the Money Store introduced the combo loan. With a combo loan from the Money Store, you can refinance your mortgage and consolidate your bills. You'll have one loan, one payment, and write just one check each month.
Plus, the interest can be tax deductible.
One loan, one payment with a combo loan from the Money Store. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
Now, panel, let's meet our next team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Sue Ellen Fullstone. My name is Sue Ellen Fullstone. My name is Sue Ellen Fullstone.
Once again, panel, follow along with your card copies of this affidavit. I, Sue Ellen Fullstone, though too young to vote, have very definite political convictions. During the recent presidential campaign, I spent $100 of the money I had earned raising sheep and bought television time to speak in favor of my candidate. Over the protest of my parents, I paid for and delivered a 5-minute television address in behalf of the now President-elect John F. Kennedy. Signed, Sue Ellen Fullstone.
Game Show Network wants to hear from you, so please write to us at Game Show Network, Post Office Box 805, Culver City, California, 90232-0805. You can also email us on the Internet. Our address is Winnie, W-I-N-N-I-E, at GameShowNet.com. We hope to hear from you soon.
Three very young, very attractive ladies, I think you'll agree, panel. This time, each one claiming to be Sue Ellen Fullstone, Kennedy campaigner. Let's start this cross-examination with Kitty Carlisle. Kitty?
Thank you, Bud. Number one, you obviously have very admirable ideas about, you know, your political duties, and I don't want you to make a political speech here, but what was the outstanding quality in your choice that made you wanted to make this speech for Kennedy?
Well, I thought that a lot of mistruths were being said about him, and I really feel that he could be a good leader for America, and we need a young leader.
Number two, what was the outstanding quality that made you vote for him?
Well, I liked his military record, and I think a young president would be very good.
Number three, what was the outstanding quality that you felt?
I think his most outstanding quality is his character.
Number one, can you tell me what is a tag?
No, I can't.
Number two, you raise sheep. What is a tag?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Robert,
was that a tick or a tag? I don't know either, girls. Sue Ellen, number one, may I ask, where are you from?
Well, I was born in Gardnersville, Nevada, but I live in Colville, California.
In Colville, California. And to what television station, number one, did you go to buy your time?
KOLO.
KOLO TV. And that is in?
In Reno, Nevada.
I see. Number two, may I ask where you're from, please?
I'm from Gardnerville, California, but I live in Colville right now.
I see. And to what television station did you go?
KOLO.
KOLO. Number three, would you tell me, please, when you went about buying this time on television, to whom did you go? To what person at the television?
I called the television station.
Yeah.
And they got me in contact with the sales manager there.
Weren't they a little shocked by all this, number three?
Yeah, they sounded a little shocked.
Holly.
Number three, I think you're still young enough. This won't be too shocking a question. How old are you?
I'm 13.
13. Number two, how old are you?
I'm 13.
And number one?
Well, I'm 12. papers made a mistake.
Oh, I see. Number 2, correct them while you're young, honey. Number 2, do you feel that younger people should be allowed to vote? Do you think the voting age is too old?
Well, it depends what age they are, really, and if they have good reasons to vote for who they want for president.
I see.
John? Number 1, where did you get this idea of going on television?
Well, I had been thinking about it for a long time. I listened to all the debates, and, you know,
Just popped into your mind.
Well, I had been thinking about it, and I thought that it would be a good idea, and it could help them.
Well, let me switch subjects for a moment. When do you shear sheep?
In May.
Only once a year.
Well, you can shear them twice a year, but we only shear them
About
once
how
a year.
much wool do you get off a full-grown sheep?
Well, we get about 5 pounds.
Number 2, how about you?
5
That's
pounds.
about it. I'm sorry we have to leave the wool right where it is and get to our own wool gathering right now as we discover which one of these ladies is the right one, and you have to vote for that subject matter. So please do so. Mark your ballot. Without consultation, vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Everybody voted? All right, Polly, for whom this time?
I voted for number 1. I had a hunch that it was number 3 until number 1 was very much put out at the fact they had lied about her age. And I feel that either it would be rather strange that she would change the age, or else she's so proud of the fact that she did what she did, and I think she should be, that she sort of gave it away a little bit.
Okay, John Cameron Swayze, your vote.
I voted for number 1 also, Bud. I liked the age as Polly did, and I also liked her reply as to why she chose Kennedy. I was very interested in that. They were all good, by the way, but I think...
Yes, they were. Kitty?
I voted for number 1. I think it might be number 3. But number 1, I had nothing to do with the age. Every time number 1 was asked a question, she started to make a speech. And this is the girl that made the speech on television.
And Robert Q, which one did you think?
I think the fact that Polly usually sits here had something to do with my vote. I voted for number 2, and simply because it looked too darn right for number 1. And I know you fellas on this show, and that's the only reason I can give. I can see number 2 going up there, though, and getting excited about that.
Well, there you have it. Now, devious or not, that's the way we feel about it, and see how, whether we feel right or wrong as we discover which one of these 3 young misses is the real Kennedy campaigner in the recent presidential campaign. So will the real Sue Ellen Folkestone please stand up? Fooled them completely.
Really thought it was number 3. Just the age.
Thank you. Yes, Bob.
But may I ask something? Sue Ellen, tell me, darling, how many pounds of wool do you get from a shorn sheep?
About 5
Oh,
pounds.
you do? Okay.
Oh, boy. Well, let's find out about the other 2. Now, number 1, you got the most votes. What is your real name, and what do you do?
My name is Melissa Walsh, and I'm a student at the Lycée Français of New York.
Bless you. And number 2, your real name and what you do?
My name is Mary Schachtel, and I'm a student at Miss Hewitt's classes in New York.
And a bright one on the way. All right, girls, in checking up on the voting here, you're going to find that you can go out and take time in the next presidential campaign if you want to and be well paid back for the other one because nobody guessed you. That's 4 incorrect votes at $250 each for a grand total of $1,000. Helene Curtis. And, of course, the gift package of all of the Helene Curtis fine beauty products. Thank you so much, young lady. Stay as bright and perky as you are. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here to tell you, if you watched it, you will win. See? Yeah, because we're back to play, watch, and win. You've just watched Tell the Truth, and I know I have great confidence that you paid very close attention because I'm going to ask you the question about what you've just seen. So we'll put up our toll-free 800 number, take your calls, and the first person to answer the question correctly is going to win a great prize. Marianne, I feel the click coming on.
It is a Le Click moment. That's right. That's our prize. Keystones. Le Click.
camera. It's an automatic 110 with a built-in flash from the Keystone Camera Corporation.
This is a good deal.
It is a good deal. A little
Absolutely.
pocket-sized camera. It's a great little thing.
Wow, just for watching and winning.
That's
you get
right.
That. Well, it's cool. Hey, if you'd like to play watch and win and you haven't won a prize in games, you're never going to pass 90 days. Call up. If you've won a pass in the past 90 days, don't call up if you try, because I'll hit you if you get on this line and you've won a prize in the last 90 days. Here's the number, 800-540-0476. Jump on all over us, I'll give you the question. Here it is. According to the pilot of the plane that caught the space capsule in midair, how much leeway is there for missing the capsule? Whoa, let me try that again. I can't even say it. According to the pilot of the plane that caught the space capsule in midair, how much leeway is there for missing the capsule? Oh, I've got a whole bunch of people, but I'm going to be a devil. I'm going to go to line 5 first. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, you're on the air with Petey and Marianne. Tell me who you are and where you're from.
My name is Stuart Adler from Morganville, New Jersey.
You forgot. Stuart, you're from New Jersey. All right, Stuart, let me how much leeway for the capsule?
4 to 8 feet.
4 to 8 feet, yeah! What a guy, what a night, what a man. Let's take a look.
How much leeway do you have for missing it?
About 4 to 8 feet.
Yes, 4 to 8 feet. Nice going. You have just won a click. So stay on the line. We're going to find out where you live and send all the goodies to you and all that kind of stuff. Hey, that's kind of fun, so stay tuned. Well, we're going to come back later and play a flea. We're going to play a free live interactive game here. So join us. We're having more fun than we know what to do with. Get out of here.
At CGM Mutual Fund, our emphasis is on performance. Over a 15-year period, CGM Mutual Fund has outperformed major benchmarks, including the Lipper Balanced Fund Average. And CGM Mutual Fund far outpaced the Consumer Price Index as well. CGM Mutual Fund is committed to outstanding long-term performance. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Call 1-800-CGM-INFO for a prospectus. CGM Mutual Fund.
One loan, one payment each month, and nothing more.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
If you're like most homeowners, you're paying a mortgage, several credit cards, and an auto loan each month. That's why the Money Store introduced the combo loan. With a combo loan from the Money Store, you can refinance your mortgage and consolidate your bills. You'll have one loan, one payment, and write just one check each month.
Plus, the interest can be tax deductible.
One loan, one payment with a combo loan from the Money Store. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
Nobody knows more about homes than Century 21 Home Improvements. Hi there, I'm Carrie Whitaker, and a few days ago, this was a tired old kitchen. Hard to believe, but thanks to a process called cabinet refacing, Century 21 Home Improvements has made it beautiful again for substantially less than custom kitchen remodeling.
This video explains everything, and it's free. Why waste it? Reface it. Refacing begins by removing your old cabinet doors and drawer fronts. The finish is taken off, and the original framework covered with matching laminate. Then, new cabinet doors and drawer fronts are installed in your choice of style and finish. They can also custom build cabinets, countertops, even center islands.
And along with your video, you'll receive a voucher, good for no payments and no interest until January 1997. So call today.
Want to see more? Well, call for the free video, and you'll see how Century 21 Home Improvements can create the kitchen you want at a price you can afford.
All right, panel, let's meet our third team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Father Stephen D. King.
My name is Father Stephen D. King.
My name is Father Stephen D. King.
Again, follow along, if you will, with your affidavit cards as I read from mine. I, Father Stephen D. King, am a parish priest in the town of Leeds, North Dakota. While I am responsible for the souls of my parishioners, I am also responsible for their safety. As the head of a 30-man organization, I am chief of the town fire department. Signed, Father Stephen D. King. 3 double-duty gentlemen here, each one claiming to be Father Stephen King, priest and fire chief. And let's start this round with Robert Q. Lewis. Bob?
Yeah, Bud, thank you. It's just a little bit confusing here. Father, you preach. I am sure Fathers 1, 2, and 3 on Sundays, and then you have to do with the fires on all the other days. I'm wondering how to put the two together. I would not like to be a parishioner who was in your bad graces, Father. Let me start with number one. What is the capital, number one, Father number one, of North Dakota, please?
Bismarck.
Number two, who is the governor of North Dakota?
Jones.
Governor Jones. Number three, the town of Leeds. Could you place that geographically for me?
About 40 miles below the Canadian line in the middle of the state.
Number one, you have a 30-man organization in the town fire department. That looks like a pretty large organization. How many pieces of equipment do you have?
2.
You have 2 pieces of equipment. Is this... Polly?
Number 2, what are the ingredients of a fire extinguisher?
Well, there are several types of fire extinguishers. You have
One
that's
type.
soda and water.
Soda and water?
Okay.
Number 3, could you name me another type?
Well, there's CO2.
What is that, sir?
That is used mainly to fight electrical fires.
I see. Number 1, what kind of equipment do you use for a major fire?
Well, you would use water for a major fire.
Water. Number 2, there's something else that's used particularly to put out oil fires.
Foam.
What is it, sir?
Foam.
Foam. What is that made up of? I mean, is it created?
Well, I can't give you the different ingredients. It's a combination of many chemicals.
I see.
And it smothers the fire.
John?
Well, Father number one, it would seem to me that a parish priest has his hands full. How did they happen to name you the chief of police?
Well, first of all, I'm not chief of police.
No, fire, excuse me. I'm thinking of fire and saying police.
Well, they have elections in the department, and the people in the town who are interested in firefighting join the volunteer fire department, and then eventually they choose one out of the group to be chief.
And the lightning struck you?
Yes.
The most honest man.
Of course.
There's a fire during Mass.
Well, I have just been prompted. I think it's a very good question, too. Number 2, what does happen if there's a fire during Mass?
Mass comes first, and the officers then take over. We have a staff of 5 officers. I'm just...
You're prepared for that.
Kitty?
Number 3, the present Pope's name is John. What is his number? John
23.
the one. Number 1, what is a papal nuncio?
Well, he would be one who would represent the Pope in a given district or a given country.
Number 2, what would you consider the greatest fire hazard in the home?
The kitchen, the stove.
Number 3, would you say that's true?
Somewhat. Refuse, mainly.
Refuse.
Yeah, not disposed of.
Number 1, what would you consider the greatest hazard in the home for fires?
Very often it's improper wiring.
Number 3, how can the public help to fight forest fires, for instance?
By being careful about where they throw their lighted cigarettes and stamping out fires and
I guess
so
that's
forth
it.
at their picnics.
That's all the time we'll have for now. I'd like to go on with this further, especially since these are apparently, according to Polly, very special fires, since they're all quite distinguished. But in any event, it's time to vote. So will you kindly mark your ballot and vote for number 1,
I just got it, and I'm
number
sorry.
2,
What?
or
What
number
did you say?
3.
What did you say? I didn't get it yet.
Okay.
You're lucky.
All right. Polly, for whom did you vote this time? All right.
Hurry up, All right, Kitty. I We got it. can't stand around waiting while you make up your mind. I know.
Polly, for whom did you vote?
I voted for number 3, though. I don't know whether fathers are allowed to wear red neckties. But if they are, it looks stunning on you.
John Cameron, which one do you think is the real one?
Bud, I voted for number 1, and it was just an overall impression, quite frankly.
Kitty?
I agree. I voted for number 1. His answer about the papal nuncio is correct, and I think it's number 1.
And Bob?
Well, I voted for number 1 because I think he can save all kinds of souls, either burning or normal.
Okay, let's find out, shall we? Which one of these gentlemen is the real priest fire chief? So will the real Father Stephen D. King please stand up? Thank you, Father. If you're going to fight fire, you might as well fight them everywhere, right? Number 2, your real name and what you really do, please.
David J. Long, Scarsdale, New York. I'm a real estate appraiser.
Thank you, sir. And number 3, same question. What do you do and what is your real name?
Dick Granahan. I'm the sales representative for George A. Hormel and Company, hams and bacon.
Thank you, sir. And when we check up on the score, we find there was only one incorrect vote this time. Panel did much better. And that, of course, means $250 from Aline Curtis, and we thank you very much for being with us, gentlemen. Good night, and God bless you.
Is your floor covered with linen hair? Don't get stuck. Stick It. Introducing Stick It, the rolling cleaner that dirt sticks to like a super magnet. It cleans lint, feathers, dust, and hair. Run it underwater and rinse off dirt like it was never there. Super sticky when dry, super slick when wet. Use it over and over. Easy grip extension handle stretches to clean dusty drapes, dirty corners. Stick It cleans floors fast for just $19.95. Rinse away sugar, sand, and salt in seconds. Will include Stick It handheld roller. Great for countertop spills, party mess. Glitter's gone in a flash. Also receive Stick It clothing cleaner. White.
In 1950, the phrase rock and roll had yet to be coined. Harry Truman was in the White House. The average annual income was $3,200 a year. In 1950, a brand new car ran you $1,500, while gasoline was 25 cents a gallon. Also in 1950, America started watching What's My Line? Times certainly have changed, but you can still watch What's My Line every weeknight on Game Show Network.
Time now for everybody's favorite guessing game, What's My Line? Brought to you by New Stopette, America's leading spray deodorant. Now with its anti-immunity factor. Poof! There goes perspiration. Now let's all play What's My Line?
Now let's meet our award-winning What's My Line panel. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in the New York Journal-American and papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
You've all heard Steve say good night, boys, time after time on this program, and we thought that you'd like to meet one of his boys, and so tonight, as a special treat, we have Steve's youngest son, Fred Allen.
Dorothy, that gives you an idea of what Steve's other boys look like. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the only lady in television who knows whatever became of Wendy Barry, Miss Arlene Francis.
Thank you, Fred.
Well, you know you won't tell.
That's my secret. And on my left, a gentleman who gives the inside story on the Atlantic City Miss America contest in the September issue of Esquire, Mr. Bennett Cerf.
Well, now that you've seen Steve Allen's offspring, Fred, I want to tell you that the gentleman on my left has also given birth recently to a very snazzy Austin Healey sports car, which he's going to kill himself in someday, sure. Our impeccable moderator, John Charles Davis.
Thanks for the good wishes, Bennett. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to What's My Line. It's nice to have you with us because we've got Fred Allen here to play our usual games with, and we think that we can give Fred more trouble perhaps than he's counting on, together with his other colleagues on the panel when our guests come with their interesting occupations. We'll also have a famous guest challenger a bit later on, but I think it's time for Fred Allen, all the other experts, to meet our first challenger whose job has to be spotted. Would you sign in, please, sir? Daniel James Jr. Would you tell us, first of all, where you're from, Mr. James?
Pensacola, Florida.
Pensacola, Florida. Well, you're a long way from home, and I hate to make you travel some more. But over there are 4 members of the panel. All of them feel they should get a chance to get a close look at you. So would you walk over that way for me, please?
You're a big junior, Mr. James.
James.
All right, now, Mr. James, over here, if you will, and sit down next to me. The panel gets one free guess. They've had a look at you, can see your handwriting, heard you speak, and we always begin our free guesses with Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
I think he's an intern at the Pensacola Hospital.
An intern, Mr. Allen.
I think that Mr. James is a vice president in charge of pistachios with a chock full of nuts people.
Miss Francis.
I think that Mr. James is a physical education instructor.
Mr. Cerf.
I think Mr. James has something to do with the naval station down in Pensacola.
I'm afraid nobody has it right. We'll let our viewers have a further look at Mr. Daniel James of Pensacola, Florida. At the same time, we'll tell them what his line is. All right, Mr. James, the panel has to dig. You know how we score this thing? If you give them a no answer, I flip a card. When we flip 10 cards, you won.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
Good deal. Mr. James is salaried. With that, let's begin the general questioning with Arlene Francis.
Do you work for a profit-making organization, Mr. James?
No.
One down and 9 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. James, does that magnificent physique of yours stand you in good stead in what you do?
Yes.
Do you work for some kind of government?
Yes.
Was I anywhere near the right track when I guessed the Navy? Anywhere within fair range? No?
No, the Navy is not right. Nothing to do with the Navy. 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, is the government branch that you work for national? Is it the
Yes.
federal government?
Yes.
Is it the executive branch that you work for?
Yes.
Do you wear anything that's different from what you're now wearing when you're in pursuit of your duties?
Yes.
Would it be termed a uniform?
Yes.
Do you work out of doors at all?
Yes.
Do you have anything to do with some natural phenomenon or park or playground or anything that, well, you know. Do you have anything to do with anything?
No.
No. 3 down.
Glad.
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Allen.
Well, if you don't have anything to do with anything, Mr. James, you must be more or less inactive in government service.
No, Fred, we don't want to mislead you. It doesn't have anything to do with the parks or a natural phenomenon.
Oh, I was inclined to think that it took in everything, inactivity at its peak. But tell me, do you wear a uniform when you function?
Yes.
You do. Are you in close proximity to some executive building there or governmental building?
Well, I would say that, and I think Mr. James might agree, that it's reasonable to suspect that he might be in some proximity to property, improved or otherwise, owned by the federal government, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, Mr. James. Mr. James, this is your first appearance on this show, isn't it?
Yes.
And this is my first appearance on this show. And we can save a awful lot of time if you'll just tell me what you do. I pass.
You pass.
I sure do.
Miss Francis.
Are you associated with any branch of the armed services?
Yes.
Would it be the Army?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Well, that gives me a rough idea that we may be circling around the Air Force.
Right.
You had something to do with the Air Force. Wasn't I a fool? I should have included that immediately. You wear a uniform. Is it the uniform of an enlisted man or officer in the Air Force?
Yes, it is the uniform of an enlisted
No,
man.
That's it. Doing fine. Good. Yes, it
Now,
is.
I have to guess. Well, judging by your intelligent approach, I hope you're an officer. Are you?
Yes.
Well, you're an officer in the Air Force.
Well, there are lots of officers in the Air Force, but now, this is true, you know, but
What do
is
you want
Mr.
now?
James
Do you want to know what officer he is?
Yeah, I even go so far as to tell you that this is Major James. Now, what does he do?
Have you got anything to do... Do you ever leave the ground in your job?
Yes.
Is that a regular part of your job?
Yes.
do you then pilot some kind of craft?
Yes. I
Well,
think that's Bennett. That's
Is it
about
jet?
as
Is
far
it
as
a jet? Or,
Jet is
jet?
right. Take that back. Actually, to get the record straight, Major James is the commander of the 437th Fighter Interceptor Squadron that's based up here at Otis Field, right? And, by the way, he flew 101 combat missions in Korea. And I just hope that this wasn't as tough as that. Now, let's flip some cards. Thanks very much, Major. Glad to have you in. Well, panel, you made a very good beginning tonight, aided and abetted by Fred Allen, sitting there charging up and down the place. See what we can do with our second challenger. Would you sign in, please, sir? Benjamin Kenny. How are you? Benjamin Kenny. Where are you from, Mr. Kenny?
Richmond Hill, New York.
Richmond Hill, New York. Well, that's nice to have you here with us. Is Richmond Hill, is that on Staten Island, is it?
No, sir, it's on Long Island.
On Long Island. Well, I'll move. I'll pack and get out of town. I guess I've done it. Well, will you go over and let the panel get a look at you, too, please, sir?
Hello, Mr. Kenny.
Welcome to America, Mr. Kenny.
Sit down next to me. We give the panel one free guess as to what your line may be. Will you come in a little bit closer to your microphone? That's fine. Get the cards back here, and we'll start our free guesses with Miss Kilgallo.
I think Mr. Kenny is a sympathetic bartender.
Mr. Allen.
I think Mr. Kenny is a truant officer with the Ding Dong School.
Miss Francis.
I think Mr. Kenny is a caddy.
Mr. Sir.
Well, judging by Mr. Kenny's beautiful handwriting, I think he sews names on those souvenir hats they sell on Broadway.
No, I'm afraid not. We'll let our viewers have a further look at Mr. Benjamin Kenny, and at the same time, we will tell them what his line is, but the panel has to dig. All right. Miss Kenny, you know how we score this thing? It's split. Huh? All right, Mr. Kenny is salaried. With that, let's begin the general questioning. Fred Allen.
Oh, John, frankly, I'm not very good at questions. If you ever see me with the answer man, you can watch us and he'll never open his mouth while he talks. But I will question, with my limitations, of course, question Mr. Kenny. Mr. Kenny, do you deal in services?
Yes.
Now is when I should quit. Do these services involve both of the sexes, or are you inclined to favor one sex with the service that you perform?
Hold everything. You want to ask one question there, Ed. Which one? You want to make the last question the right question or the first?
Oh, I wanted to get out early, John.
Is your question...
Well, do these services appeal more to women?
Yes.
They do. Well,
Wait a minute. The question was, do these services appeal
well,
more...
of the two sexes, which sex do women avail themselves of Mr. Kenny's services more than men do?
Yes, I would say they do. Mm-hmm.
Well, having watched this show for so long and realizing that there was no reaction to what Mr. Kenny said, I assume that what you do involves women. Is that true?
Yes.
It is, in a vague way. You're sure you know what you do because you hesitated there for a little while. Well, in the process of accomplishing these services, do you change the women's appearance?
I would think, Fred, that you may disagree with me later on, but I think we'll have to give you a no on that. There is no substantive change in the woman's appearance as a result of his particular service.
Oh, I see.
If I gave you a yes, it would mislead you, and I know you wouldn't want me to mislead you, so we'll give you a no.
All right. Don't mislead me, whatever you do.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Mr. Kenny, do you touch these women in any way?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Kenny, do these women come to you?
Yes.
Do you greet them in some kind of an office? No?
No. 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, you don't mean to tell me that they come to you and you don't greet them?
Well, the question asked by Bennett was, do you greet them in some kind of an office? And to that, the answer was no.
Oh, well, then it was the office that was wrong, not the greeting.
Well, if you'd like to ask some questions.
All right, do you greet them, Mr. Kenny?
Do you greet them? Well, I'd say we might, in a manner of speaking, say that you do, yes. Wouldn't you think so? Yeah.
Well,
They know he's around.
Is your relationship with these women more stern than pleasurable?
No to that, Dorothy. 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Allen.
Well, whatever Mr. Kenny does it improve the appearance of the women?
I would say that is a matter open to some debate.
Well, do you work on the women's faces?
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
Oh, I thought you said.
We have not substantiated whether there's a product involved in what Mr. Kenny does, have we?
I don't believe
Nobody's
the question
asked?
is no.
And so I'll ask it and make a big fool of myself. Is there a product in what you do, Mr. Kenny?
No.
That makes it 6 down and 4 to go. I'm going to give you 1 more minute because you don't seem to be on the trail on this.
Mr. Kenny, would it just be possible that these charming ladies who come to you are in what is sometimes called an interesting condition?
Down and 3 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Mr. Kenny, excuse me, Fred.
No, I have
Do you
nothing.
want to?
I have nothing to say, and I'm ready to say at any moment here.
Mr. Kenny, do these ladies ever perform? Are they ever performers, the ones that you deal with?
No, I don't think so. I'm going to lower the boom.
Give me one chance. He's not a podiatrist or a chiropodist.
A podiatrist or chiropodist?
No.
No.
No, I just... Oh, I didn't know that.
Actually, you never got really close on it. Mr. Kenny operates a skirt-blowing machine. Mr. Kenny, where do you do this?
At Rockaway's Playland, Rockaway Beach, New York.
Rockaway's Playland, Rockaway Beach, New York.
How are things this year, Mr. Kenny?
How's the outlook?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Kenny. You will win the full prize by default. Nice to have you in. And now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity. My friends on the panel have blindfolds for this particular part of the program. Are they all in place, panel?
Yes, yes.
Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? All right, panel. As you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we get right down to the general questioning, which we will begin with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you in the entertainment world?
Yeah. Yep. Yuppie.
You're a fellow,
What? You're a fellow.
a chap.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you ever appeared on television before?
Conference.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
We're having a conference, Dorothy.
Oh, yes, well, yep. Yeah.
But you're more famous for something other than television, is that correct?
Oh, no.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Allen.
Is that your regular voice, sir? Well, I thought if it was, I know it's Edgar Bergen. I mean, that isn't your regular voice. Are you in the motion pictures?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Portland couldn't come, and I can't come either, and, no.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Well, it can't be Fred Allen because he's right next to me.
I'm not so. I don't know where I am. I have a thing on my eyes here. I may be over there.
So that you are better known, perhaps, for television than you are in the picture world, correct?
Oh, yes.
Do you do a regular show on television?
Oh, yeah, yep.
Does that mean every day you do a show on television?
No.
Well, now, wait, when you mean every day, you mean the...
I mean 5 days a week,
5
Monday
days a
through
week.
Friday.
There are 7 days.
Yeah.
You do a show 5 days a week.
You do, yeah, I do.
You do. Would you be considered a comedian?
When they laugh, yep, well, they don't know.
Now, that's a very good answer, actually, Miss Harley.
Are you a man of many voices?
Conference. No.
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Sir.
Would your program possibly have more appeal for the children of the family than their parents? Or is it aimed at them, what I should say? Maybe
Good
the parents
evening,
might be-
ladies and gentlemen.
I would think yes to that, Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of my sons, or both of them, have had an opportunity to appear with you, if I'm not mistaken. Have you got a gallery for very young spectators?
Oh, we're dead, Buffalo Bob!
How do you do this?
Well, the panel's hotter than 15 pistols tonight. Let's see what they can do with a final challenger. Would you come in and sign in, please, ma'am? Rosanna Raymond, is that right? How are you? Is it Miss or Mrs.? Mrs. Raymond. Well, now, will you take a look at the panel? We're a little short of time, so you won't have to take that long hike. You just look at them, let them look at you, then you come with me, will you? Sit down right here, if you will, and we'll give the panel the one free guest they've got coming to them. We'll begin the free guesses with Miss Kilgallen.
I think she works for an airline.
Works for an airline. Mr. Allen.
I think that she's a popsicle inspector for the Good Humor Company.
Miss Francis.
I think she plays a musical instrument.
Mr. Sir.
I think Miss Rumman wrote that song, Rumman Coca-Cola.
No, I'm afraid not. We'll let our viewers have a further look at Mrs. Rosanna Rumman. At the same time, we'll tell them what her line is, but the panel's going to have to dig. All right. Miss Rumman is salaried. You know how we score this thing, don't you? Fine. We'll begin the general questioning then with Bennett, sir.
Miss Rumman, did I detect just the merest hint of a foreign accent in your voice?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
I mean, Bennett may have detected it, but it wasn't there.
Is
Is there a product involved in what you do? No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Allen.
Do you deal in services?
Yes.
That's fine. I had that one question left over from our other time. Do you work for a profit organization?
Yes.
You do? Do you work, whatever you do you deal with both sexes?
Yes.
These questions work on the other one, too, don't they? Except that they mix me up toward the end. Do you work in indoors?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. You work out of doors sometimes. You're in and out is that sort of a job, huh? Do you, when you deal with people, these services, do you put your hands on them?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Did you already ascertain whether it was a profit-making organization?
Yes,
It is.
it is profit.
Do you wear anything other than what you have on now in your job?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Sir.
Miss Rahman, are you in any way connected with the entertainment industry?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Do you make life better or happier for these people? Yes,
I would say some of the people would be made happier, some of the others might not feel as good about it.
I see. Then is there any decision that Mrs. Rumman makes that might make people unhappy in the course of her
Sometimes.
service?
Mm-hmm.
Are any documents or papers involved in what you do?
Yes,
But you work for a profit-making organization.
that's right.
Do bills have anything to do with it?
Yes.
Well, do you try to get people to pay their bills?
Yes.
Are you a bill collector?
Yes! That's remarkable. By golly. We thought we'd have you for sure on that one. I was sitting here convinced we had you, too.
You still
Nice
had
choice.
me, even though it's answered.
Well, Miss Drummond, you did pretty well, though. We had them going for a while, and we hope you enjoyed your visit and had fun, because actually that's more than, I think, the number of cards we took over.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming, and I hope you had a good visit on television. Good to see you. Thank you, and good night. And now, until next week, this is John Daly saying good night, Miss Dorothy.
And good night, Freddie. It was awfully nice having you with us.
Thank you, Dorothy. Good night, Steve. And good night, Arlene.
Good night, Fred, and good night, Bennett.
Drive carefully, John. Good night.
And again, thanks, Fred, for being with us. We've had a wonderful visit with you. Hope you enjoyed it. And thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. In association with the CBS Television Network.
This is
The Newlywed Game Show.
where Bob Eubanks is host for all the spouses, making predictions on how the spouses all feel about their bros.
The Newlywed Game, 10 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Saturday.
It's the Newlywed Game.
From Hollywood, here come the Newlyweds. Yes, it's maternity day on the Newlywed Game. Now let's meet our newlywed couples for today. Couple number one, expecting their baby at just 7 months, Stephen and Sandra Van Slyke. Couple number two, expecting their visit from the stork at just 14 weeks, Bill and Chris Gale. Couple number three, they'll be proud parents at just 5 months, Hank and Olga Perez. And couple number four, expecting their new arrival in just 4 short weeks, Rick and Debbie Sanford. Those are our newlyweds for today. Here's your host, the star of the Newlywed Game, Bob Eubanks.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Newlywed Game. It's Maternity Day on the Newlywed Game. And by the looks of our wives there, I know what they've been doing. We'll be back in just a moment to play our game. Concluded safely off stage. It's time for some 5-point questions. As you know, gentlemen, you'll be answering these questions as you predict your wife will answer the same question when she returns. Now, if her answer matches your prediction, you'll chalk up 5 points towards a special grand prize that's been selected especially for you. So, guys, listen carefully. Remember, each question is worth 5 points, and each correct prediction naturally brings you that much closer to that grand prize. You all look so enthused and ready, so here we go. Wake up, guys. It's okay. Gentlemen, the very last time the two of you made love at home, will your wife say it was more because you wanted her to or she wanted you to? Rick?
Definitely because she wanted to.
It was because you wanted her to or because she wanted
she
you
wanted
to?
me to.
She wanted you to. Okay. Hank?
Oh, I think she did. She looked a little, I wasn't quite in the mood, I guess.
She wanted you to.
Yeah.
Okay, Bill?
She wanted me to, because she always wants it all the time.
She wanted you to, right? Stephen?
I tried to get away from it this morning, but no
She
matter.
wanted you to. All right. Next question. Guys, listen to this question very carefully. I don't have to repeat the question. I want you to actually count on your fingers as we go. Wait till I give you the question. Gentlemen, how many of the following 10 girls will your wife say you've dated? Now, please count on your fingers as I read their names, okay? Barbara, Judy, Diane, Carol, Susan, Linda, Lori, Mary, Kathy, and Bubbles. Now, Hank, how many of those have you dated?
Only one. Only one.
Bubbles.
Barbara.
I see.
No,
One.
no.
All right.
I'm
Bill?
married.
None.
None?
No, I'm dull.
None. Stephen?
I ain't too hot neither. None.
None. Where you guys been, anyway? Rick?
None for me either.
None!
I'm in trouble. I go for common name girls, like Debbie, like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, here's another question for you. Gentlemen, where specifically will your wife say is the weirdest place she's ever gotten the urge to make whoopee? The weirdest place. Bill?
In the bathroom sink.
The visual's a killer, isn't it? Stephen?
Oh, did we do it so often? I don't know. I guess,
No, weirdest place.
Oh, the weirdest place.
Yeah. Stick with me, Stephen. I know you're still worried about Bubbles.
Oh, weirdest place. So many. Oh.
Hurry, please.
In the bathtub.
Bathtub. Rick?
The shower.
Shower. Hank?
In the car.
Car?
Yeah, we were coming home on the freeway one day, and she says, "You ready?"
On the freeway, right. I'm going to take the side streets hereafter. I'll tell you what. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to reunite these newlyweds, maybe. We'll see how well the husbands have predicted what their wives will say.
And now back to Bob Eubanks.
Okay, gentlemen, we've recorded your predictions on cards and now have them in your laps. Every time that your prediction matches your wife's answer, you'll be given 5 points. The one couple with the most points at the end of the show will win a special grand prize selected especially for them. So here's your first question. Girls, for 5 points. The last time you and your husband made love at home, was it more because he wanted you to or you wanted him to? Sandra?
Well, it was this morning. And he got up early and he was going to...
I don't need to know your itinerary, Sandra. I just want to know.
And he was going to sneak off to work and I caught him, so it was because I wanted to.
You wanted him to, all right? He predicted you would say it was because she wanted him to, right? You get the point. Okay. Chris?
I'd say the other day because I practically had to rape him to get him to do anything to me. So I say because I wanted to.
You wanted him to, all right? He predicted you'd say that she wanted him to, right? Olga.
Because I wanted to.
You wanted him to. He predicted you would say it was because that, top card, that she wanted him to. Yeah. Debbie?
It's because I wanted to.
You wanted him to? He said it was because she wanted him to. Everybody get it right. I don't know how you guys ever got on a maternity day show, I can tell you that. Okay, girls, next question. Now, I want you to listen very carefully to this question. I don't want to have to repeat the question, so I'm going to ask you to actually count on your fingers as we go, okay? The question is, how many of the following 10 girls has your husband dated? Please keep count on your fingers as I read the list. And here's the list. Barbara, Judy, Diane, Carol, Susan, Linda, Laurie, Mary, Kathy, and Bubbles. Bubbles, yes. Now, Chris, how many has that romantic rascal next to you dated?
I'd say 5 of them.
5 of them.
I never dated nobody like that.
You liar.
You stupid fool.
Hey, you ought to be careful. He's bigger than you are.
That don't mean nothing.
It doesn't?
No, I beat him up all the time.
You hit on him like that all the time?
Worse than that.
You can't feel it.
Oh, I see. Olga, of all those girls I named, how many has he dated?
1.
1. He said
Barbara.
Barbara. Ah, okay. Hank said he's dated 10 of them. No, 1. He said 1. 1. You get it right. Do you know Barbara?
Do I know Barbara?
No, I'm asking her if she knows Barbara.
He knows.
I know he does. Oh, you don't know. Okay.
It was a
Debbie?
long time ago.
No, I don't
Long
know.
time. Long time.
None of them. Really? Okay. He said he dated none of them. That's right. You get the point. Sandra.
6 of them.
6 of them.
Yeah.
He said he dated
6 of
none
them.
of
Where'd
them.
you get 6 of them?
You've lived in a lot of different states.
How did you come up with 6?
I don't know. I thought you did better than 0.
He's been around. Is that what you're telling us?
I know Susie. We don't want to talk about Susie.
Oh, okay. Here's the last of our 5-point questions. Girls, tell me where specifically is the weirdest place that you personally, girls, have ever gotten the urge to make whoopee? The weirdest place. Olga? Yes, Olga?
Go ahead.
Yes, Olga.
I'm trying to think. Gee, Henry, what did you say?
Hey, don't ask him. He can't help you out at all. No.
It's still there.
No, what I'm talking about is the weirdest location, the weirdest place.
Location.
Yeah.
I don't
Olga, the weirdest, the location or place, you know what I mean? Olga, give me an answer, please. You don't know? Okay, the bell is wrong. No answer. He said it was in the car, on the freeway is what he said.
Oh.
Okay, let's go on quickly. Debbie?
At the movies?
At the movies. He predicted you would say in the shower.
All the time, honey.
Sandra?
We went to New York and Canada last year, and I kept bugging to stop in Canada in the forest.
In the forest. I see. He said in the bathtub.
You didn't stop in the forest.
I know, but you wouldn't stop, remember?
He said, what was the weirdest place you did?
Yeah, Chris, what's your answer?
I get the weirdest times is in the bathtub when I'm taking a bath.
In the bathtub, all right. He said it was in the bathroom sink.
I wouldn't want to do it there.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
I
it
bet
was.
that must have been a real showstopper, Bill. And we'll be back to the lines to see how well they predict what their husbands will say. All right, ladies, now it's your turn to predict what your husbands will say. And remember, each of these questions will now be worth 10 points. So here we go with our first question. We just had an earthquake here in California, right during our show. Did anybody feel it? Really, we just had an earthquake. Nobody knew that? Well, you never know what happens when you watch this show, I'll tell you that. Speaking of that, girls, think about this one. How many miles per hour will your husband say he could run if he really poured it on? I mean, this is if he really poured it on, Olga. How many miles an hour could old Hank travel?
40 miles an hour.
40 miles an hour. Darn gazelle.
Right.
Okay. Chris, this is if he poured it on now.
I'd say 60.
60 miles an hour. Get that momentum going, right? Sandra?
I say 50.
50 miles an hour. Debbie?
50.
50. Fast guys. Next question, girls. What will your husband say he said when he was told that you are expecting a baby? Now, I need the exact statement he made, so tell me exactly how he said it. Chris, when you told him you were expecting a baby, what did he say?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? All right. Sandra?
All right.
All right.
Stephen was really happy.
Good. Debbie?
How do you know?
How do you know?
That's what he said.
Did you tell him? Yeah, right. Olga?
Are you sure this time?
Are you sure this time? Next question, girls. What will your husband say is the biggest object in the southwest corner of your house or apartment? The biggest object in the southwest corner of your house or apartment, Sandra?
A couch.
A couch. Debbie? The southwest corner, Deb.
Wait. The bed.
The bed. Olga?
The bed.
The bed. Chris?
The bed.
The bed. Everybody kind of gathers their bed over in that corner, don't they? Okay? Here's our 25-point bonus question, girls. Will your husband say that most of the lights in your house or apartment are closer to the ceiling or closer to the floor? Debbie?
Closer to the floor.
Floor. Olga?
Ceiling.
Ceiling. Chris?
Ceiling.
Ceiling. Sandra?
Ceiling.
Ceiling. Ladies, thank you very much for your answers. We'll be back with the husbands to compare answers on the Newlywed.
Back to Bob Eubanks.
Now, gentlemen, let's see how well your wives have predicted what you will say. And remember, these questions will now be worth 10 points. So here's our first question for 10 points. Gentlemen, how many miles per hour could you run if you really poured it on? How many miles an hour, Bill, could you run if you really poured it on?
10.
10 miles an hour. She said if you got chug-a-lugging, you just go 60 miles an hour, Bill.
I'm not the bionic man.
It's what you always say you are.
Hey, she just hit you again. Did you notice that?
I know it.
Oh,
They
I
felt
didn't
like flies. I thought flies were in here.
Oh, I see. Huh. Hank?
There got to be somebody chasing me?
Have you really poured it on, Hank?
Do I look fast?
You must have been pretty
25.
fast. 25.
25.
She said if you poured it on, you
25.
could go 40 miles an hour.
Are you kidding? I got to go on a diet. That'd be the best way to lose some weight.
You sure would. Rick?
I'd say about 30 then.
30, all right. Your wife predicted you could go a grand total of 50 miles an hour.
Man, I can only probably run really about 10.
You could get a ticket in your neighborhood for speeding, couldn't you? Stephen?
Since everybody's doing so good, 50 sounds like a good number.
50? All right. Your wife said you could go 50 miles an hour. Next question now. Tell me, gentlemen, what did you say when you were told that your wife is expecting a baby? Please give me that exact statement you made in reply to hearing the news. Now, Hank, what did you say when you were told this?
Very little. Very, very
No,
little.
I know, but...
I'd probably said, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't say that.
No.
What? That's
said,
about the best thing I
She
was
said,
thinking
you
of saying.
said, are you sure this time?
Oh,
Remember you-
that's right, yeah. Okay.
Do you have a couple false alarms, Hank?
Pick me up, huh?
Hank?
Huh?
Do you have a couple false alarms?
Yes, twice.
Twice.
Okay.
Rick?
She's got the
I'd
kid.
probably say the same thing. Are you sure?
Are you sure? She said that you said, how do you know?
You said, how do you know?
How do you know? I didn't say that.
She did.
When?
When I told you I was
No.
pregnant.
No.
Now, wait a minute. Did you say it or not?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. No.
His voice goes up when he gets in. You didn't say it?
No.
How come she said you said it?
I don't know. I guess she probably didn't have a good enough answer then.
Oh. Probably so. Stephen, what'd you say?
It's about time.
It's about time. Sandra said that you said, all right.
Close.
Hey, Bill and Chris told you you were going to be the bouncing father of a bouncing baby, whatever. What'd you say?
I said, for real?
For real. She said, you said, are you sure?
That's exactly what you said when I got home. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Now, wait a minute. Let's solve this right now.
You lie. That's
So do you.
No, that's exactly what you said sitting in the chair.
No, I didn't.
I remember what you said.
You remember a lot of things I don't say.
You said it. You said it.
Hey, who wins most of the arguments?
Me?
She thinks she does.
No, I do.
I do.
I know I do.
Who does?
Me.
I see. Here's the last of our 10-point questions. Gentlemen, tell me, what is the biggest object in the southwest corner of your house or apartment? The biggest object in the southwest corner, Rick, of your house or apartment.
West.
Over there in the southwest part now. You got that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Okay, what's the biggest object over there?
I guess probably our kitchen table.
Kitchen table. She said it's the bed.
That's in the north part of the house. She don't know directions. That's what I was trying to figure out.
No wonder your bed's been so hard lately, right?
That's it.
Cracker crumbs and everything in it, right? Stephen, what is it?
I'd say the china cabinet.
China cabinet. Your wife said it's the couch.
The couch.
Yes, west is
Yeah.
This
You
way.
you had the west part, all right. Go south now.
That isn't the biggest.
Wait to winter, though, okay? Bill,
Well, she doesn't know no direction, so I'll just say the bed.
the bed. She said the bed, right? Hey, Bill, you got that one right.
I know, about time, ain't it?
What really is over there in the southwest part of the...
bed.
Oh, it is? She did know, see?
No, she didn't. She guessed.
Oh,
No, I knew.
she's pretty smart.
When it comes to that, I am.
Yeah. Hank.
I don't even know. She can't even figure out which way is south. She'd get lost going in the kitchen.
What do you think the biggest object
Oh,
is?
Jesus. You don't even know where you're going half the time. Tell her, hey, go get me a glass of water. Where's the kitchen?
Okay.
Go south by northeast.
Hank, what's your answer here?
Probably the bed.
The bed?
Need
She
a
said
bed.
it's the bed. Right. Couples, thank you very much. We'll be back with our 25-point bonus question. So which couple will win our grand prize right after this? All right, gentlemen, here it is, your big 25-point bonus question. For 25 points, gentlemen, are most of the lights in your house or apartment closer to the floor or closer to the ceiling? Let's go to couple number 4. Rick and Debbie, you have 10, 25, and give you 35. Rick?
The ceiling.
The ceiling. She said they're closer to the floor.
How many lights do we have?
Couple
that are
number
close
1,
to the
Stephen and
floor?
Sandra with 15, 25, and give you 40. Stephen?
Definitely closer to the ceiling.
Ceiling. She said closer to the ceiling. That's right. Yeah. Couple number 2, Bill and Chris. You have 15, 25, and give you 40. Get it right, Bill, and you'll be tied for the lead. If you miss it, you go home in third place.
Ceiling.
Ceiling. She said to the ceiling. Right. All right, couple number 3, Hank and Olga with 20, 25, and give you 45. Hank, get it right, and you're going to be our grand prize winner. If you miss it, you're in bad trouble.
We don't have it. Any lights on? They're all on the ceiling. All of
Ceiling.
them.
Ceiling. She said ceiling. Hank and Olga. You're our Newlywed Game grand prize winner. The winners of the Newlywed Game. Here's the special prize chosen just for you. Your very own brand new, complete, and super exciting nursery.
That's right, Olga and Hank. You and your new arrival will enjoy this complete nursery from Lullaby Can't Wet an Infancy. Includes crib, chest, high chair, playpen, dynamite combination car seat, baby carrier, and infant feeding products from Evenflow, all from Fester. In addition, here's the new 22-volume World Book Encyclopedia, including research guide and easy index volume, easy to use, easy to read, easy to understand, and Child Trap, the How and Why Library. 15 volumes filled with stories and facts about our world. But wait, Olga and Hank, that's not all. You've also won a brand new washer and dryer. Here's the deluxe Speed Queen washer with stainless steel tub, 2 automatic wash cycles and seats, dispenser plus a matching dryer, also a stainless steel tub, both furnished by Speed Queen and McGraw Edison Company Division. The whole package is yours with our best wishes from the Newlywed Game.
Hank and Olga, congratulations. Thanks to all of our couples, and thanks to you for watching. I'm Bob Eubanks. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
Chuck Berry.
I'm Shandy Fennessy, inviting all you desperate wives and family guys to Playmania's salute to TV's biggest night.
It's Winners Weekend on Playmania, Thursday through Sunday, starting August 24th at its new time, 12 midnight, 11 p.m. Central, only on GSN.
Are you sure this time?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Oh, baby. Trying to meet someone interesting.
And here they are.
Not quite sure how to go about it? Chances are good you might not want to bring him home to mom.
Aye, beautiful.
Till he's passed some tests.
Hurry, hurry, folks. Here he is, the most sensuous, sexy, lovable thing you've seen on Earth.
Learn the questions to ask on the dating game.
What are the spaces between your teeth good for?
Well, at least get some good entertainment out of it.
Hey, I like that.
The dating game, weeknights, 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Only on Game Show Network.
Bachelor number 2. When you walk into your kitchen, open your romancerator and take out the egg of love and crack it. What falls into your frying pan?
Oh, man. You and me,
Yeah?
real close. You ever seen a double yolk?
From Hollywood, the dating capital of the world, it's The Dating Game. Here's the star of our show, your host, Jim Lang. Thank you very much.
you, very kind. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to the dating game. Hey, I just happened to notice that one of the bachelors on today's show is employed in the automobile business. That reminds me, have you noticed how many of those small foreign cars there are around these days? Here in Hollywood, there are so many of them, it's been years since anybody's been hit above the knees. You know that? But rolling right along, we'll be meeting those motorized bachelors and their compatriots and dating ladies right after this fast-moving message.
You've spent your entire life sleeping in an old-fashioned flat bed, but now you have the opportunity to find out about a better, healthier way to relax and sleep. Get this free information kit about Craftmatic adjustable beds. Call toll-free, and a helpful operator will mail you a free Craftmatic adjustable bed catalog and this special rebate certificate. It's worth $200 off any Craftmatic Model 1 adjustable bed. Why is Craftmatic making this rebate offer? It's our way of saying thanks for taking the time to find out about Craftmatic. There is, of course, absolutely no obligation for calling toll-free and requesting this helpful information kit. So if you have any interest in adjustable beds, pick up your phone and call now.
Call toll-free 1-800-249-1900. That's 1-800-249-1900. Toll-free 1-800-249-1900.
So you've chosen to be your own boss. Running your own business means doing what you love, and doing what you do best. Except one thing you don't love one bit, doing the books. Well, now you can say goodbye to your bookkeeping hassles forever, because the makers of Quicken have invented QuickBooks, the #1 selling accounting software that makes it fast and easy to do the things you don't love doing, like paying bills, writing invoices, figuring out what your customers owe, even tracking inventory and doing payroll. QuickBooks makes it all hassle-free. How's this for fast information? A click, and QuickBooks shows you this quarter's income and expenses. And look, a few keystrokes, and QuickBooks does your invoicing for you, and then does the bookkeeping automatically. So you can get back to doing what you do best, growing your business. It's even easy to try QuickBooks. Call now to get a trial version absolutely free through this special limited-time TV offer.
That number is 1-800-219-5577.
Now, enthusiastic and energetic is the best way to describe the three bachelors waiting to play today's game #1. So let's meet them right now, and here they are. Welcome, gentlemen. Good luck. Bachelor #1 is a clerk for a publishing company. His ambition is to be a stockbroker. He skis, he plays tennis and billiards, and his name is Greg Bourbeau. Greg, welcome to the show. An automobile mechanic, bachelor #2 wants to eventually teach auto mechanics. He likes to bowl, he water skis, he enjoys dancing. Please welcome Bob Ruff. Bob. And bachelor #3 is studying Russian at UCLA, plans on becoming a professor. He also speaks German and Esperanto. He lifts weights and he plays the piano. Here is John Barazzi. Welcome, John. And that's the raucous retinue of romanticists for today's game #1. Now, to prevent our young lady, as always, from hearing anything about the bachelors, we've kept her isolated off stage in our soundproof room. It's time for you to meet her right now. She plans on attending college to study biology. She's been a member of her school's drill team. She loves the beach and swimming. She likes to sew, and she enjoys cooking up gourmet food. Please help me with a warm dating game welcome for Lori Gustafson. Hey! Hi, Lori. Are you ready? All right. Now, as you know, there are three bachelors, always three. You choose one of them when it's all over. In the meantime, we're going to ask you to ask some questions, analyze the answers, and make your decision based on that, all right? Okay, we'll start with a hello. Bachelor #1. Would you say good afternoon to Lori, please?
Good afternoon, Lori.
Good. #2?
Hi, Lori.
And #3?
Hi, Lori.
They're all set. You ready, Lori? Please, have a seat if you would. Make yourself comfortable. When you're situated, you may begin. Bachelors, stand by. We're about to go. Good luck. And this is it.
Okay, bachelor #1. What do you dip your lips in when you know you have a hot date with a girl with good taste?
Glue.
Glue? Why glue?
Because I want to stick to her.
Oh, okay. That's very good. Okay, #2. What would you do?
I'd probably dip my lips in some nice hot fudge. Because I love some... Yeah.
Why hot fudge?
Pardon me?
Huh? Why hot fudge?
Speak up.
Why hot fudge?
Well, you like some good guys. I get some sweet lips here.
Sweet lips. Woo! Okay. Bachelor number 3. If you came to pick me up for our date, and when you came in the house, I couldn't keep my hands off of you, what would you do?
Well, I'd ask you if we could possibly just forgo with the beginning of the date and get on to the part where we sort of get real close to each other and say
Right.
some
I see where your mind is at. Okay. How about number 1? What would you do?
I'd say let's get down to the details, you know, let's get to know each other, have a bottle of champagne maybe.
Uh-huh. Okay, now I can tell you that my Hans is a 45-pound schnauzer. Okay. Bachelor number 2. I plan to be a dental hygienist. So if you hold my hand while I'm cleaning your teeth, what will you do while I'm out with bachelor number 3?
Oh, baby. While you're out with bachelor number 3, let's see,
Yeah.
you probably bite down on your stick there.
My stick?
Yeah.
Can't you do better than that?
Not really.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, bachelor number 3. What would you do if I was going out with 2?
Well, I'd probably take out my dentures and say, I don't need this dentist
You
appointment.
have dentures? Do you have dentures?
It's fairly old.
Well, let's say I sometimes am an actor and I have to carry many disguises, so I might be wearing them over my real teeth.
Oh, you do have real teeth then?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. It's real good. Okay, bachelor number 1. I sing with a group called the Chamber Singers at my high school. So let me hear the song you're going to sing whilst you are sneaking into my chambers late tonight.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Okay, bachelor number 3. What are you going to sing to me?
Let's go where the action is.
Oh, no, sing me a song.
Come on, baby, let's go where the action is.
That's a song?
Sounded an awful lot like when he talked,
Yeah,
didn't he?
sure did.
Come on, baby, let's go where the action is.
Okay, now that's a little bit better. At least you can sing a little, I guess. Okay, bachelor number 2. When you walk into your kitchen, open your romancerator and take out the egg of love and crack it. What falls into your frying pan?
Oh, man. You and me,
Yeah?
real close. You ever seen a double yolk?
No, Yeah, I think so.
Scramble 'em.
Scrambled?
Yeah.
Okay, bachelor number 3. What would fall
omelet.
into your frying pan?
An omelet because the heat will be very hot.
Or do you like warmth, huh?
Yeah, it'll be very, very warm in my apartment.
Oh, your apartment now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, bachelor number 1. Read me a list of all the things my dad said you are allowed to do with me on our date.
Kiss you, hold your hand, take you out to...
That's the end of the list, the end of the game, Maury. Stay right there now. Make up your mind. And while Laurie's taking a couple of moments to decide which of our 3 wild bachelors she's going to select as her companion and her date, we'll take a little time out for some very interesting words for you. Watch.
Jim, it says here that personal debt and credit card borrowing have reached a 10-year high. With rates at 17 to 18%, those payments could be enormous.
That's right, Joni. But if you're a homeowner, the combo loan from the Money Store can help. With a combo loan, you can refinance your mortgage and pay off your high-rate credit cards and other loans.
And the interest can be tax deductible.
So even if your credit is less than perfect, the combo loan can help you manage your family's finances better. The combo loan, available at the Money Store. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
For patients who have wrinkles and puffiness under their eyes and don't want plastic surgery, I recommend Sudden Change Under Eye. It's a special cosmetic serum that removes the appearance of wrinkles and puffiness in minutes. Look, before sudden change and after. Sudden Change Under Eye, an excellent alternative to plastic surgery.
Want to go curly and add fullness to your hair? Now you can with Wash and Curl shampoo. Its curl enhancers work right in the shower. Your hair will look full and beautiful. Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo.
Do you know you might be spending double what you need to for your life insurance? American Republic Insurance Company has a breakthrough buying system for purchasing low-cost, high-quality term life insurance. $30 a month, just $1 a day buys $369,000 of coverage for a man age 35. Also, for $1 a day, a woman age 35 can buy $430,000 of coverage, rates guaranteed level for 10 years. Call for your free custom quote. Call 1-800-358-3544.
Hi, I'm Linda Carter, and I'm here to tell you why ordering your contact lenses direct from Lens Express is such a great idea.
We're America's largest contact lens replacement service. Call now for a free catalog and save up to 50% by ordering direct from Lens Express.
And I get the exact lenses my doctor prescribed or my money back. Now that's what I call service. I couldn't do without Lens Express.
Call this number now for a free Lens Express catalog.
And welcome back to the dating game, and it's time for Laurie's decision. Laurie, you know that this is the point in the show where you tell us which one of those bachelors you prefer. The question is, will it be bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, or bachelor number 3? Who is that lucky guy?
I think bachelor number 2.
Number 2, all right. Bachelor number 2 gets it. Laurie, is there any reason why? What did number 2 do that convinced you he had to be the guy?
Well, I'm really not sure, except that 2 is my lucky number, so I just thought, try for the luck.
Okay, well, he did a good job, too, by the way, as all the fellas did. Number 1 is a clerk for a publishing company. He has ambitions to be a stockbroker, Laurie. He loves to ski, loves to play tennis. His name is Greg Bourbeau. Greg, come on and say hi to Laurie. Nice try, Greg. Thank you so much. You also didn't choose number 3, and he is studying Russian at UCLA. He plans on becoming a professor. He speaks German, he lifts weights, he plays the piano, he does everything. John Barossi. John, come on and say hi to Laurie. Thank you, John. Good job. And now your date, bachelor number 2, and I'd like to tell you something about him, Laurie. He's an automobile mechanic who wants to teach auto mechanics. His hobbies include water skiing, he enjoys dancing, he loves to bowl. Your date is Bob Ruff. Bobby, come on, say hi to Laurie. Congratulations, Robert. Well, Laurie, the camping season is just about upon us, and you and Bob will be spending a very special kind of camping date, because you'll be staying at the Fort Wilderness Campground Resort right inside Florida's Walt Disney World. Yes, you and your dating game chaperone will spend 4 days at one of America's finest campgrounds, the Fort Wilderness Campground Resort, right inside the vacation kingdom of the world, Walt Disney World. At Fort Wilderness, you'll ride horses, explore tropical canals by canoe, relax on the beach, and best of all, you'll be just seconds away from all the exciting adventures and attractions of the fabulous Magic Kingdom. Walt Disney World, and you'll enjoy a traditional Polynesian luau and feast at King Stephen's Banquet Hall, right inside Cinderella Castle. Then back at the campsite, you can roast marshmallows by a flickering campfire, just lounge in hammocks at your own secluded campsite under the awning of a beautiful Airstream travel trailer. All part of your great camping date to the Fort Wilderness Campground Resort inside Florida's Walt Disney World. You'll fly to Orlando on a National Airlines DC-10. National Airlines flies more DC-10s to Florida than any other airline. Have a wonderful time. Thank you both. Laurie, thank you. Thank you. Well, when we were talking about cars, we always know that a new year will bring us new models. But when we talk about the dating game, we can be sure that a new game will bring us new fun and excitement. We'll begin that lovely affair right after Johnny Jacobs tells us about the special gifts he has for today's special guests. John?
Okay, Jim, the dating girls today will receive by Ruth Norman for Gay Gibson, a pastel blue polyester blend pantsuit and lace-trimmed long dress, completely washable. Gay Gibson. For the dating bachelors, we have an elegant, dependable wristwatch from Lucien Piccard, a quality gift of time from a most distinguished watchmaker, Lucien Piccard. Many of our dating couples will tour Los Angeles in their chauffeur-driven 73 Impala, the great American value, America's most popular car year after year, and undisputed resale leader, Impala by Chevrolet. For the bachelors not chosen today, we have a Kodak Pocket Instamatic camera outfit from the famous Spiegel Catalog Company with over 50,000 quality items providing value, selection, and savings. Spiegel, Chicago, Illinois. They'll also receive double knit slacks from Farrah. Great styling and perfect fit make Farrah the fashion leader in slacks men prefer. Now back for game 2 of the dating game and your host, Jim Lang.
Thank you, Johnny. And now, each perfectly confident in the knowledge that he'll be the one who walks away with the date, are 3 most ambitious young bachelors. So let's meet them right now. And here they are. Welcome to the dating game, gentlemen, and good luck to all of you. Bachelor number 1 is studying pre-med and zoology, plans on becoming a medical doctor. He digs backpacking and scuba diving. He's a member of UCLA's marching band. His name is Dave Altman. Dave, welcome to the show. A student of journalism, Bachelor number 2 plans on a career in newspaper work. He is the editor of his college newspaper. He likes to travel and sightsee. He enjoys skin diving. Born in Mexico City, meet Carlos Martinez. Carlos, welcome to you. Bachelor number 3 is an automotive salesman. He enjoys water sports. He likes to relax at home and listen to records. He also plays basketball, and he's originally from Niagara Falls, New York. Please welcome John Romanu. John, welcome. And that's a trio of bright young bachelors for today's game number 2. Of course, to prevent our young lady, again, from hearing anything about the bachelors before the questioning, we've kept her isolated off stage in our soundproof booth. And I would like you to meet her right now. She's studying to become a speech pathologist, and she is the Pacific Coast Hunt Seat riding champion. She's interested in health food. She likes to ski and play tennis. I'd like you to join me in a great big dating game. Welcome for Jackie Krukenberg. Hello, Jackie. Welcome. Are you ready? Okay, now wait right here just a moment. As you know, Jackie, the bachelors are going to do their best to impress you. They may try it with sports or romance or music or humor or whatever. You listen carefully and choose the one that you like when it's over, all right? Okay, we'll start with a hello. Bachelor number 1, would you say good afternoon to Jackie, please?
Howdy.
How about number 2?
Good afternoon, Jackie.
And number 3?
Good afternoon, Jackie.
Hi, Bachelor. Are you all set? Yes. Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable, Jackie. Guys, stand by. Anybody can get any question at any time, so listen up. Here we go.
Bachelor number 1. If people got jobs because of their faces, I would be a sales girl at a freckle counter. What would Bachelor number 2 do for a living?
Oh, my.
Does he have any good attributes?
Well, yeah, you might put him in a fish market.
Does he have puppy cheeks?
Come again?
Does he have puffy cheeks?
Now.
Bachelor number 2. What would Bachelor number 3 do for a living, based on his face?
I think he could work in the Movieland Wax Museum as a...
Does he look like a ghost?
No, like a scarecrow, I'd say.
Bachelor number 3.
Yes.
You, Tarzan, me, Jane. You are carrying me through the forest yelling, whoopee, whoopee. What are you yelling whoopee for?
Whoopee, whoopee. I'm yelling whoopee for you.
Oh, you love me?
Yes, I do.
Oh, great. Bachelor number 1. Why would you yell whoopee?
Oh, I'll never tell.
Oh, it's a secret?
Oh, we'd like to know.
Bachelor number 2. I love to cook, so describe a dish that you would cook up that would best describe our love life together.
I think we'd start off with the wine, and that would describe my versatility.
Oh, I love wine. What kind of wine?
Chateaubriand.
No, that's a steak, Chateaubriand.
Sounds good anyway.
Okay, Chateaubriand for a meat, and some German cake for dessert.
Thank you. Bachelor number 3. What kind of dish would you describe for our love life?
Something that was very fruitful for us, to give us lots of energy, to make lots of love.
What kind of a dish?
What kind of a dish?
That's the idea, yeah.
Oh, bacon and eggs.
Oh, be kind of mushy and spicy, I guess. Bachelor number 1. I had a horse I named after a song called Magic Moment. If I bought another horse and named it after your body, what would I call it?
The baby elephant walk?
Are you kind of plump?
Well, somewhat.
Bachelor number 3. What song could I name after your body?
After my body?
Yes.
What song can you name after my body?
You have a body.
A song or the horse? Which are we
A song. A horse named after your body.
A horse named after your body.
Yes.
Oh, Seabiscuit.
Oh, you run fast.
Yeah.
Would it be hard to catch you?
Not if you had good running shoes.
That's why you're still a bachelor.
Yeah, right, okay.
Bachelor number 2. What actor do you most act like when you are trying to be sexy with a woman?
Dracula.
You must be real sexy. How is Dracula sexy to you?
To me?
Yeah.
Well, no one ever escapes from the clutches of Dracula.
Oh, I see. I'd be caught forever.
Right.
Bachelor number 1. How do you act when you're trying to be sexy with a woman?
Well, for an actor, probably like Lee Marvin. You know, just kind of stay around and do whatever comes naturally.
Oh, wow. That'd be really heavenly. Bachelor number 3. I've been told my kisses taste like snails dipped in garlic. What foreign food do your kisses taste like?
My kisses taste like, I've never tasted them. I couldn't really tell you.
Do you have any idea?
All right, that's the signal, Jackie. Now you make up your mind. So stay right there and think about it. Well, Jackie is deciding which of our 3 bachelors she's going to choose for a date. We'll just take a little time out for you to watch these good words.
Introducing the Fit Thighs Plus by Body Shaping, the revolutionary new exerciser that's guaranteed to tone and shape your inner thighs, outer thighs, hips, and buns for the sleek, sexy shape you've always wanted. The Fit Thighs Plus is scientifically proven to target all 5 major lower body muscle groups, like the big expensive gym machines costing thousands of dollars. The secret is here in its 2 high-performance power bands, which give you 2-way resistance for double the workout in half the time. The Fit Thighs Plus can be yours for just 2 easy payments of only $19.95. Call now, and you'll also receive the Fit Thighs Plus 7-minute workout video and Dr. Kravitz's 50 best weight loss secrets as a free bonus. We guarantee you will lose 4 inches in 4 weeks or just return it for a full product refund. Order your Fit Thighs Plus today for just 2 easy payments of only $19.95. Have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen now, or send check or money order for the full amount plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen. Why go to the gym to finally have the body you deserve? Work out at home in comfort and privacy with the Fit Thighs Plus. Call now.
Wheel of Fortune's Live Tour 96 with your host, Bob Eubanks, coming to these great cities. Thursday, August 29th, St. Paul, Minnesota, the Minnesota State Fair Grandstand. One lucky St. Paul spinner is winning a trip to Hollywood. Tuesday, August 20th, Louisville, Kentucky. Cardinal Stadium, the Kentucky State Fair. Fabulous prizes will be given away in Louisville. Saturday, August 17th, Chicago, Illinois, the UIC Pavilion. Everybody plays to win in Chicago. Wheel of Fortune live on tour, where you might spin the wheel and win big. Don't miss it. Be there.
Welcome back to the dating game. And Jackie, this is the point where you must select one of those bachelors as your companion, your date, and we have that all planned after you make the choice. Will it be bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, or bachelor number 3? Who is that very lucky guy?
Bachelor number 1.
Number 1, all right. What did you do? I don't know. You chose number 1. Any particular reason why you chose number 1?
I like the way he said howdy.
You liked the way he said howdy. Sounded kind of Western, didn't it? All right. Well, a gal who's into horses as you are would like a Western-type guy. Now, before we meet him, I want you to meet the other bachelors. Number 2 is a journalism student. He plans on a career in newspaper work. He's editor of his college newspaper. He likes to travel. He enjoys skin diving. Number 2 is Carlos Martinez. Carlos, say hello to Jackie, please. Thank you, Carl. You guys can talk later, okay? Had a little conversation going there. Now, you didn't choose number 3. He's an automobile salesman. He enjoys water sports. He likes to relax at home and play records. He also plays basketball. His name is John Romanu. John, come on and say hello to Jackie, please. Thank you, John. Good job. And now your date, number 1, and I'll tell you something about him. He's your Lee Marvin type lover, is what he says. He's studying pre-med in zoology, plans on becoming a doctor. He digs backpacking in the outdoors, that's the howdy, and he loves scuba diving. His name is Dave Altman. Dave, come on and say hi to Jackie, please. Well, Jackie, There may be silver anniversaries and silver-tongued orders, but for your date with Dave, it's definitely the Silver State, because you'll be visiting the capital city of Carson City, Nevada. That's right. You and your dating game chaperone will be visiting the Silver State's capital city, Carson City, to get a true taste of the Old West in the greatest of comfort as guests of the Ormsby House Hotel, a new 11-story hotel blending territorial elegance with the latest in modern comforts. You'll drop by Dominique's, the Ormsby House's intimate supper club, decorated in the Basque motif. Then for your fun, there's the Mark Twain Casino Lounge and the colorful Old Corner Saloon, where the West meets everyone. And you'll have an opportunity to sightsee Carson City, the hub of a vast recreational area, one of the 3 cleanest air communities in the nation. I know you'll enjoy your stay at the Ormsby House in Carson City, Nevada. Have a great time. Thank you both. Thank you very much. Have fun. We'll be back with our dating couples right after this message and some former dating game couples digging the swimming pool scene in Laguna Beach, California, and in Tucson, Arizona.
Hi, I'm Nichelle Nichols, and I want to introduce you to a new and different kind of psychic service. It's called Psychic Encounters. Now with Psychic Encounters, you can develop a personal bond of trust with a psychic who understands your needs and can help guide you to a happy and prosperous future. George Bloom called and won a fortune in the Florida State Lottery. Michelle Fabiani called and met her Prince Charming just a few days later. Callers to Psychic Encounters have been impressed.
This was the best psychic reading I've ever had. It touched me more deeply than any reading I'd ever had before. He definitely changed my mind about phone psychics.
She was actually telling me things about myself, private things.
The psychic knows what she's talking about.
In just a few short minutes, you'll get the answers you need. Don't wonder, don't worry, and don't wait. The answers are just a phone call away.
Must be a teen call now.
The average funeral today now costs over $4,000, but the most Social Security will pay to your survivors, if they qualify, is only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the balance. If you're age 50 to 80, you can protect your loved ones with Montgomery Ward Life's Mature Life Plan. It pays cash expenses at your family's time of need.
It's important to know my wife or kids won't be burdened if anything happens to me.
I didn't have to take a physical. I didn't even have to answer any health questions.
With the Mature Life Plan, you enroll by mail and you cannot be turned down for coverage.
I feel good knowing that we're protected by Montgomery Ward Life, a company we know we can trust.
Call now and get a free booklet explaining Social Security benefits and free information about the Mature Life Plan.
For free information, call 1-800-354-9797.
And be sure to join us tomorrow. That's it for today. First of all, congratulations, Dave. You have a date with one of the loveliest ladies we've ever had on the show. Jackie, have fun in Carson City. Hey, Bob, good going. I know you love your trip to Florida, too. That's it. Jim Lang saying bye-bye. Hope you always get the date you really want. Ready, throw a kiss? Ready? Let's go.
Chuck Barris production.
You're watching Game Show Network.
Well, that's our second to our final 25 Days of Christmas right here on my YouTube channels. I'd like to thank each and everyone for tuning in for a spectacular Christmas galore 25 days. It was dynamite. It was dynamite. Very, very good. Oh my God. We leave you with a beautiful choir and all that stuff. Tomorrow, guess who's coming to visit my apartment? He has a big belly, and he knows how to ho. He's gonna ho with my 5 all-time favorite game shows of all time. You're gonna like it. It was part of my 100 favorite game shows of all time. So I'm gonna leave you with that. We leave you with the kids choir. Good night, all. This portion of the 25 Days of Christmas on my YouTube channel is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Can't beat the real thing. And Nestle's Toll House cookies. Good night, all. Merry Christmas.